All right, I believe we are live. So, I'm going to play the intro song while I get a few things set up. Silver Ogar, good to see you. I don't know how you managed to get into the chat before I went live, but I'm secretly impressed. All right, we'll do the intro. Hang on, once I figure out. Here we go.
Don't get fucked. Kieran's here with a grin, a stubby, and zero fear. Life's too short for worry and stress. He's here for the laughs, not to impress. Oh, get fucked, all of ya. That's his hello. Doesn't mean it deep, just part of the show. Fucking hate that guy. Doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. Not for your trauma, bread or star sign try. No drama, no guilt, just pure release. He runs just here for beers and beats. Someone types, okay, boomer. Oh, it's begun. He replies, I was cooler than your dad, son. Get fucked, all of ya. And he means it kind, in a weird sort of Kieran peace of mind. He don't rage, he just winds them tight, drops a bomb, then logs off for the night. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try. Look, I'm not trying to hurt feelings or nothing. I just think everyone's a bit soft these days. Especially that guy. You know the one? Fucking hate that guy. Get fucked, all of ya. And he means it kind, in a weird sort of Kieran peace of mind. He don't rage, he just wins them tight, drops a bomb, then logs off for the night. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drink, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drink, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try.
Okay, we'll do one more. We've got 3 people rolling in. Silver, I see you. Always good to see you. We'll do one more song just to give a few more people a chance. It's going to be a short one tonight. just going to address the Ice Baby. Little bit of a take on that. But we couldn't open the show without Speakeasy's banger.
They call me the God, the long way Kieran man. Fake Australian down by the beach, with my cowboy hat on and Bud Light in reach. They ask me if I'm gay, I say no way, while me wave that rainbow flag. Only some days me dress in drag. I don't know why they wouldn't think I'm straight. I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? Just come to feel the guy they meet, riding kangaroos bareback with dudes. If the emus come, we'll surely lose. Shrimp on the Barbie, 6 dicks is a party. Tinfoil at his McFly at the Marty. I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay? I think the only thing we can say, why is Kieran gay?
That's what's up. Thank you, Speakeasy, for that earworm. I'm not going to lie. Find myself walking around the house singing that song. Catch my wife walking around the house singing that song. It's fucking hilarious. All right, Ice Baby. Let's begin with a hot take from this random chick I found on the internet. Tajanya Kekik, I think her name might be. We're going to open up with this hot take. Here we go. This is her theory on why white liberal women follow ICE around. That's a good question. Why do they?
And I upset some people with my point of view on the Renee thing. And they're saying that they're going to like unfollow me and block me and all of that stuff. And I just want.
So Renee is Renee Good, the woman who interfered with the ICE operation and found herself on the wrong end of whatever the fuck she thought she was doing.
want you to know that I'm about to do it again. So buckle up, Buttercup. You've got free will. You can either, block me, or you're going to stay and watch this and get mad even further. So with the Renee thing, what I was trying to show you guys is how mainstream news media likes to take, a narrative, put lies in it, gaslight you, throw it out there to incite an emotional response so that you go out and probably follow ICE agents more or protest so that they can take away from all of the fraud that is happening in Minnesota. But I am thinking, why would moms and white liberal women follow ICE agents around? What is the appeal there, right? I know you guys think you're being heroes and all of that stuff, but I think that there's an underlying psychological need that you have that you might not want to actually admit to yourself. So I'm going to admit it for you. Now, before I say this, I have absolutely no background in psychology or anything like that. I just like to observe people and wonder why they're so stupid. And then I theorize ideas. And this is my theory on
Just going to say, you don't need to be a weatherman to know it's raining, right?
Why a white liberal woman would want to put herself in the way of danger and, you know, try and go against a man. And I think it's because you're all sexually frustrated. Yeah. So you have primitive needs as a woman, but your like feminist programming doesn't allow that.
Oh,
So you don't
shit.
know how to actually approach men because you were taught men bad, right? But at the same time, you're all bored and horny at home. Your husbands don't want to touch you, or they've completely left you, or you're married to a beta cuck who probably doesn't even get an erection anymore because you've demeaned him so much over the years that he probably doesn't even want to touch you, but it's cheaper to keep her. You know what I mean? So my theory is that most of you have read way too many romance books, or that movie, that Shades of Grey, or 50 Shades of Grey, and things like that.
Uncle Fatty, I bet you won't do anything about it except talk shit on the internet. You talking to me? Or are you referring to the white liberal women? I'm curious, Fatty.
And I think you actually want to get tossed around by big burly men in uniform. I think you honestly have a sexual like fantasy about dudes in uniforms who are big and burly, unlike your husbands who are like, you know, soy boy cocks who sit in chairs and watch you get railed by like also soy boy cocks. And you guys actually fantasize about that. Because if you were happy at home, you would be at home making your house a home and looking after your kids and all of that stuff. But no, you guys are out there like trying to fight like little full grown sized dudes that are massive without, you know, any sort of thought of your own.
That's a good point she's making. I kind of was watching a couple of videos, and I'll share a couple in the stream tonight. And me and the missus were wondering, what the fuck is this woman doing? Not her, the Renee Good, right? What the fuck did she think she was doing? So you've got ICE agents, federal agents, who are packing to the fucking hilt, chasing, you know, child molesters and fucking gang members and terrorists. And that she thought, you know, her and her Facebook group of mums who are theorizing about the wrongs of Trump and the wrongs of the political system, she thought her Facebook life was real life, and she could just drive her car into the middle of a federal operation where the stakes are as high as they get, and her wife is calling the ICE agent big boy and egging on her wife, and she fucked around and she found out. I mean, seriously, this is where online world meets the real world. That woman had a child at home, and she thought a good use of her time would be to insert herself in between federal agents doing their job in pursuing criminals. And then she thought it'd be a real good idea to pump the gas. I'm just playing this chick's take for a bit of a joke because I don't quite agree. Oh, well, I don't totally disagree, but I think she has a kind of funny take.
And that's not because you don't have like, you know, the ability to survive or anything, or like survival skills. I think you guys are just sexually frustrated. And I think you actually like being lightly tossed around by a real big burly man. And I think that's why you guys follow them around. Because I don't see any dude following ICE around because they know they get punched in the face. Right? So yeah, that's my theory. I think you guys are just a bunch of horny, ornery, like white women who should just invest money into vibrators. Listen.
Yeah, but it's more than that. You don't get punched in the face, you get shot in the face. Literally. Who in their right mind is going to insert themselves into the middle of a federal operation? Except for someone who's been hanging around too much in the Facebook fucking sewing circles and thinks that Facebook is real, and your social media accounts where you all beef each other up. You go, Queen. You go and drive your car into the middle of a federal operation. All right, what else we got? We got Megan Kelly. All right. This is 3 days ago, so this is right after it all kind of went down. Oh, here we go, Clarence. I saw a video of woman interjecting in a federal investigation while her small child just sitting in her car while she harassed the officers. I know. They think the men of the world have made the world so comfortable that these women don't understand what it takes to protect and maintain this world, to create it. It takes violence. It takes violence against your enemies. It takes horrendous pain, violence, the millions and millions of men who died in World War II, so that Sharon and her wife can think it's a real good idea to run over a fucking ICE agent. All right. Bear with me. I'm going to play this for a bit. All right.
Over 24 hours since the fatal shooting of a female driver by an ICE agent in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And
Uncle Fatty, just comply. Just follow illegal orders. Were they illegal, my man? Just do what you're told and nothing bad will happen. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just be a bootlicker. Right. Okay, so she inserts herself to impede traffic in a federal operation, and the cops come over and say, get out of the car. Where's the illegal order? Man.
we're getting a much more clear picture of what happened. The media all over X, the mainstream, have lost their effing minds. They've lost their minds about this. The local authorities in Minnesota and Minneapolis are gone. They're too far gone to be reasoned with. They're going to get an ICE agent killed. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to be happy until an ICE agent is dead. I realize a woman died yesterday. I'm sorry, but that was her own doing. Who among us would not understand that if we did not respond to law enforcement surrounding our car, telling us to get out, we were endangering ourselves? Who among us would expect to live if we pressed the accelerator with a cop in front of our SUV? Like, that's what she did. Everyone would know you are putting your own life in danger. There's so much to get to. There is a stunning development that just happened in this story that we, I believe exclusively, just confirmed. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem mentioned in media interviews yesterday that the ICE agent who shot the driver in Minneapolis was involved. He was involved in a prior incident last June that was very similar to what happened yesterday. Well, we now have the video of that incident, and we've confirmed with the government that this is the relevant video that Kristi Noem was referencing. This is video of the incident she was referencing involving this same officer. He was dragged during an ICE arrest just this past June and got seriously injured. This same guy, this
K2, just sub again so you can unsub again. Okay? Go on, K2. Although that's she won't, she won't. But that's these chicks, man, these chicks. Oh, me and Katie are tag teaming on the abuse of K2. I like it. I like it. I'm almost happy I let her off the leash and gave her an account.
Poor ICE agent. Per the Department of Justice, on June 17th, 2025, law enforcement officers attempted to arrest Roberto Carlos Munoz Guatemala, a convicted sex offender, on an immigration order. By the way, this is what ICE officers are trying to do. This is the terrible work that these lunatics are out there protesting against. They'd rather have Mr. Guatemala have access to their children, I guess, because this agent that they're now demonizing as a murderer was the one who stopped him, along with his fellow ICE agents. The guy was uncooperative. He refused to follow instructions. After warning him several times, an agent, who is the same agent involved in yesterday's shooting, broke the back window of the suspect's car so that he could open the vehicle from the inside. The man then accelerated his car. You can see it's the same agent. The guy had a mask on yesterday, but same hair. As he sped away, the agent's arm became trapped between the seat and the car frame. You can't see the agent in this video we're showing, but we are showing the car rushing away from the scene. The agent is on the driver's side toward the back, so you cannot see him being dragged, but he's being dragged, and that's undisputed, for more than 100 yards, while the maniac driving the car is weaving back and forth in an attempt to shake him from the car, completely immune to the thought of running over him or what other damage he was causing.
Just a little interjection here. I've watched enough LawTube that I'm basically an internet lawyer right now. This won't be allowed in the trial. The previous incidents where the agent had a run-in with somebody in a car. They don't allow previous stuff to come in because they're going to talk about the case is going to come down to the 7 seconds where the thing happened.
The agent was eventually jarred free from the car,
But for us plebs, this is interesting information.
but suffered significant injuries to his arms and hands. Look at this. If you're only listening to this, you've got to go and check out our YouTube at 3 minutes after the hour. His arm looks mutilated. It's a shot of him in his hospital bed where you can't see his head, but you can see his arms and his legs. And that arm clearly shows the damage of what he had just been through. Okay, this is incredibly relevant to what this guy's perception of the danger was. Now, we'll get into the legal standard, which is more of whether it was objectively reasonable for him to think this woman was going to run over him. But that incident will play into whether it was objectively reasonable. Other ICE agents and other cops have been watching this happen time after time. It's happened over 100 times that ICE agents have been charged, rammed, or dragged by so-called watchers. They're calling her like an observer. You know, like we just have eyes on the cop. You were much more than an observer, madam. These guys are putting their lives on the line every day to arrest people like Mr. Guatemala, who was molesting kids. That's what they're doing there. That's what Mayor Jacob Fry appears to object to, not to mention Governor Tim Walz. What a shock. Okay, now we're going to walk you through the key videos from yesterday showing what happened in detail. That video we brought to you yesterday at the end of our show was ultimately the video that President Trump tweeted out as well. It is critical. So many of the people who jumped down the throats of these cops didn't see it or ignored it because it was inconvenient to show her actually accelerating into the cop who shot her. But it's all there on tape. We'll begin with the moments leading up to the shooting. Currently, there are no videos we've seen showing what happened leading up to the incident. But there is a witness account that 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, she's the one who was shot, Renee Good, was blocking traffic, hoping to impede ICE investigations. That's what she was doing there. All right. Her wife has admitted it. Democrats are calling her, as I pointed out, a quote, legal observer. Wrong. What's been reported so far about her background makes clear she was there to agitate, and her actual job had nothing to do with the law. She was a poet.
I woke up to some commotion. I heard some whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed. And there was a car, the Honda Pilot that's crashed over there now. There was a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic. And the ICE agents got out and they were saying, get out of here, get out of here. She was the main car leading the protest, is my understanding. I talked to another guy who was driving behind her. But she was very she was very successful in blocking traffic. She was doing what she was set out to do, and so they wanted to get her the hell out of there. Yeah.
So it looked like she was impeding ICE vehicles.
Definitely, yeah,
Okay.
that was her goal.
This is a sympathetic witness to her. The clip goes on. She's very angry at ICE. If anything, this woman had a reason to lie to make the woman driving the car, Renee Good, sound better. But there she is on camera saying, very clearly that this woman who was ultimately shot was leading the protests.
This is part of the delusion that these women have. That this woman here, who's supposed to be the one who we just saw, is supposed to be a supporter of Renee Good, and she's literally describing what she did and like literally justifying the actions of the ICE agents. They're so disconnected from reality. Like I said before, they think that their Facebook sewing circles, where they amp each other up, is the same thing as real life. I'll say it again. We're talking federal agents, armed, doing their duty in a serious situation. They're trying to find Mr. Guacamole she was talking about before. Right? They're trying to find Mr. Guacamole, the child predator. And this woman thinks, oh, I'll leave my kid at home and me and my wife are going to go and, impede the traffic. Damn, they're stupid.
And impeding the traffic across this Portland Avenue, that she was parked perpendicular to the traffic. Now that'll get you arrested pretty much 10 times out of 10. So this is not a fan of ICE, and clearly her eyewitness testimonial is not favorable to Ms. Good. In this still image, you see a federal agent who we believe is the agent who eventually fires at Ms. Good. The agent is being followed closely by a female protester. She has identified herself as Renee Good's wife. She has her phone up, likely recording him. The agent also has a phone in his hand, likely recording her. Did the agent have a negative interaction with these women that caused him to begin recording too? We don't know yet. But clearly something was going on before, and it wasn't needlepoint.
Well, to address Fatty, from before, any order being made to an American citizen is unlawful. Nice use of capitals. Ms. Kelly is nothing more than an appeal to fear, emotional gaslighter. And those corksoakers, don't know what a corksoaker is, but fair enough, I'll learn something, weren't ever ICE, they were Border Patrol. Fatty, you realize even a general citizen who was being run over by somebody in a car would have the right to self-defense. Do you get it? It doesn't even matter. If you, my friend, were being run over, if somebody was using a 2-ton lethal weapon to threaten your life or grievous bodily harm, you would have the right to retaliate with lethal force. Farmer Cat coming in hot with, hey, gays. I think she meant guys. You want to check your spell checker, Cat? It's spelled guys wrong. Yeah, Fatty. Fair enough, mate. Katie Markin, doing the Katie Markin thing. Oh, the funny thing is, I haven't made Katie a mod. That's kind of weird, eh? Well, I only just gave her an account. Oh, should I do it, boys? Put a 1 in the chat if Katie should be a mod. Put a 2 if she shouldn't. I'm expecting a 1 from Farmer Cat, who spells God. She spells God. Oh, K2's going to time out Mrs. Mark. And bloody Clarence is saying no. John Burt saying no. I knew Farmer Cat would say yes, obviously, because the girls stick together, you see. K2 saying no. Farmer Cat, I should take away your mod. Or your wrench. Okay, so I'm afraid, Katie, for now, the boys have spoken. The K2's gone with 3, which, you know, makes sense. Oh, Katie's deleting. K2's deleting Katie's comments. He fucking timed her out. You boys are brutal. You are brutal. All right, Katie. We'll try. I'm sorry. No wrench tonight, love. We'll try again next time. Once you've been freed from timeout by K2. Oh, Katie. She's lying. She'll be around. Love you, darling. All right.
We have not yet seen the actual video that was on the cop's phone. But here's video we do have of that moment and what happened afterward. Again, they both appear to be recording each other's actions. You see a gray truck pull up. We talked about that yesterday. 2 federal agents step out. The driver of the maroon SUV, Ms. Good, says, "What's going on?" The officers quickly walk up and tell Ms. Good to get out of the car and then to, quote, "get out of the fucking car." Things are escalating. Good's window is down. She's looking directly at them. There is no way she did not hear the commands to get out of her car, repeated commands. She then puts her car into reverse. And here is the part of the video with sound of the agents making the commands and her beginning to reverse.
No!
We believe that's her wife yelling no and recording. Right as Good reverses her car, you're about to see the agent who fired the shot move in front of the vehicle near the driver's side headlight. It's video.
Okay, so the crux of this is you have to watch the angle of the front wheel, right? And if you pay attention, what you'll notice is when she pumped the gas, the front wheel was forward. Now, the agent was so quick on the draw that he drew his weapon and used it like in a moment. And then the wheel turns the other way, like she's turning away. This is going to be critical. Right at the moment when he drew his weapon and fired, she was going forward. It lasts about a half a fucking second. But, you know, lawyers will do this. They'll go frame by frame.
There's one guy on the side who's blocked.
You see, it was done right there. And now she's turning. And K2, I know it's old news. We have the body cam. I know. But this was in the moment at that time.
Blocking the agent at issue, but you can see that there is an agent in front of her car. It's right there, black and white. At first, you only see the agent at the driver's side door, and his body is kind of blocking the shooting cop. He's fighting to get the car door open as Good goes into reverse. The agent who fired the shots moves into the frame in front of the SUV. Good is still reversing.
There is an issue where the cops are told to not, like there's going to be, especially in Minnesota, there's a law where Minnesota isn't a stand your ground state. So you have to, yes, Fatty, I'm doing that right now. Officers are trained to not put themselves in front of the car, except for border. No, come on. No. No, bro. Bro, into the side window was after. The initial shot went right through the front of the windscreen. Direct through the front. Right. The second and third shots could be considered. He has a right to also protect the community. He was just struck by a car. He could have felt it could have killed him. That's self-defense. Then he also has a duty to stop her from killing other people. If she's prepared to run him over, maybe she's prepared to run other people over. And by the way, I know I did a poll. Oh, hang on. Got to try and work this out. Fuck, hang on. Bear with me a moment. All right, you guys watch this and I'll do this.
Backward. She immediately puts it in drive and starts accelerating forward toward the cop. There was zero hesitation between Good reversing the vehicle and putting it into drive and clearly pressing the gas. By the way, this cop clearly would have heard the car begin to accelerate. About 2 seconds passes between the tires moving forward and the gunfire. The same agent then fires 2 more rounds. At that point, the SUV keeps moving forward before eventually crashing into a parked car. And the bullet hole that you can see is in the front windshield. The front. That's where he took the initial shot to stop her from running him over. The agent, again, who we understand was the one to fire the shot, did walk down toward the crashed SUV before walking back up and telling others to call 911. There is another angle of the shooting that we brought to you yesterday, which I mentioned, which is key. This video was obtained by the local ABC affiliate. We've circled the agent and we've slowed down the video. Look at this. I'm sorry, but he's getting run over when he fires the shot. You can clearly see her hit him. That's what happens. It's blurry, but you see him put his foot back to brace himself as he was hit by the car before he fires and moves to the side. Here's an image of his leg backward, appearing to brace himself. You've got to watch this on our YouTube channel if you're just listening to this now. We've added an
dead drive into others. Yeah, bro. He knew she was dead, right? The fuck, bro. You, my friend, Uncle Fatty, are suffering of a severe case of hindsight. What do they call them? Monday morning quarterbacks or Monday morning commentators? You and I have the benefit of hindsight, which is distorting your grip on reality right now. The guy was hit by a car. He could have gone under it. Yeah, Fatty, a real good way to get me to read comments is to call the host of the panel a dipshit. You see, Uncle Fatty's been hanging around the fucking women's Facebook sewing circles too much. He thinks he's at the point where he thinks that reality is the same thing as the internet. I would suggest, my friend, stay on the internet. Just stay on the internet. K2, if I don't read the comments, how can I read this? Retard.
arrow pointing toward his leg so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, this guy knew he was about to get hit. We also noticed something else.
Oh, fucking hell, Fatty, making me work. I know, man. I know. Ass hat. What about ass hat? That works pretty good. We're good, man. All right.
Something interesting that will be huge if it gets released to the public. The agent who fires his gun, as I referenced, is holding up his cell phone still likely still recording when she accelerates toward him. Here's a closer image. You see his hand holding what appears to be his phone. So there is likely video of this incident from the agent's vantage point. And if this does go to trial, that will be extremely important evidence. From this image, you can see where one of the bullets entered, again, the driver's window. There's also another video taken by another eyewitness that shows agents telling a man who says he's a doctor that he can't go near the victim to help her. Watch.
Clarence, yes, it's a very unfortunate event. You have to act fast, and sometimes bad things happen. And that's why women on Facebook who are beefing each other up shouldn't drive their cars into the middle of federal operations. Right? This is the definition of fuck around and find out. Or play stupid games and win stupid prizes. This is what's happened. People are merging internet world with real world. And Achilles, it's been a long time. It's good to see you. Now, K2's got another video for me. Are you sending it in Discord? Because, bro, Discord on the computer, on the phone I can work it out, but on the computer it's like retarded. But we'll see how we go.
This.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician.
Hey, listen, we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my fucking neighbor. You caught butter in the fucking face. You killed my fucking neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the fuck do you do this every day?
How do you protect Mr. Guatemala, lady, to molest the children of Minneapolis?
Mr. Guacamole.
That's the real question. So now they're ripping on the cops because they didn't let some rando who claimed to be a physician, they had no idea whether he was, have access to the crime scene, and the woman who was behind the wheel of the car, apparently already dead. They did call 911. They did have EMS on the way, as you heard the officer say. There's no obligation to let some rando come over and corrupt your crime scene. All right? There's not. And there's no obligation to let yourself be run over by a dangerous instrumentality, which is what a car is, certainly an SUV, but any car. That you are being fed so many lies by the mainstream media right now, not to mention the Democrat officials in Minnesota. You really do have to pay attention to understand the law and what's real. A new year means new financial goals, like making sure your savings are secure and diversified. Will this be the year?
Okay, that's the end of the clip. And right now, I'm wondering, why the fuck is Megan turning up in fucking a Catwoman suit to do her marketing? Who the fuck told her that was a good idea? Holy shit. Yeah, Fatty. Looks like the dude is walking just fine. Hit by the car. Yeah. Yeah, he was lucky. But in the moment, he didn't know if he was going to go under the car. Right? Turns out he defended himself and avoided being killed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got our favourite Jamaican in the house. I can never remember if Dave's Jamaican or married to a Jamaican. It's confusing for me, but you know. But yeah, she's just done it. I mean, seriously, who on earth told her that's a good fucking idea? Right. She does have some credit, you know, in the right-wing media, but bruh, what the actual fuck? Yeah, Dave, you told me before, but I keep forgetting that Dave's a Jamaican lesbian. but the wife is from Liverpool, UK. Okay. Well, the Liverpool thing is the only problem I have with that. Does that make her a Scouse? Is she a Scouse? Jamaican, okay. Scouse, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Okay, there's one more. One more I was thinking about showing tonight. It's going to get a bit dry. It's going to be the actual legal breakdown. You know, might get a bit serious for a bit. We have a a defense lawyer who's versed in the law in Minnesota. Not a bad take. Not a bad take. So let's see.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. We are going to have to talk about the terrible events that took place a couple days ago in Minnesota involving an ICE officer, because it appears that everybody on the Exosphere and other social media platforms are suddenly just like my father-in-law and brother-in-law. What do I mean by that? Well, they are all self-defense legal experts now, because in my family, they used to be infectious disease experts, and then they became election integrity experts, and then they became immigration enforcement experts, and lately they've been experts in fraud investigation, and now they want to tell me how the laws of self-defense work without, of course, actually reading the law. And so what I figured we'd do today is something that no one else is really willing to do, which is take a look at what happened, but then compare that to the actual law. So that's what we're going to do today. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about, what does the law say about the ICE shooting in Minnesota? Okay, America. Now, listen, if you're tuning into this video to hear me say this is absolutely positively a cold-blooded murder, or this is absolutely positively legally justified, I'm not going there, because as a trial attorney, we don't try to come to conclusions until we have all the evidence. And you nor I have all the evidence right now. We are going to take a look at 2 video clips to at least give us a thumbnail sketch of what may happen. But we are not truly going to get to a conclusion today, but we are going to ask all of you, based upon what you know so far, what do you think? Now, we all know the incident I'm talking about, where a woman was shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minnesota. I am not going to try to glorify this thing, and I'm not going to sit here and try to coffin surf on her. And for those of you who may think that she had it coming, that she did this to herself, that this was an FAFO moment, you may be entirely right. But let us not divorce ourselves from the fact that this is a human life, a terrible waste of a human life, and a mother of a young child. And so this is tragic no matter how we cut it up. I know there's a lot to the backstory and what happened leading up to this incident, but I'm here to tell you that most of that, if not all of it, is not going to matter. Let's go back to the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Yeah, the prosecution made a big deal out of all the events that led up to the incident, but really that 15 seconds that actually constituted the incident, that's what the entire trial was about. And so what led up to this will have little, if any, importance. As a matter of fact, the assessment of whether or not this was a lawful use of force is going to be based on really just a few seconds of time. And with that in mind, let's take a look at the first video clip that most of you have probably already seen. Now, I'm going to warn you that we'll probably stop it a little early, simply because Google and YouTube have a tendency to completely crap themselves about here, but we will link up the videos below so that you can actually see them in their entirety. This is the first video, the one you've all seen.
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my God! What the What the You just what the did you do?
Okay, and we're going to break that down in just a moment here, but I think another video, which many of you may not have seen because it hasn't been circulated as much, but it's a different angle. And I want you to pay careful attention to this. And I want you to take a look at the officer who discharged his firearm, was actually in danger, and was, in this case, struck by the perpetrator's vehicle. Take a look at this video. Okay, so when we go and we do a video breakdown of this right here, it's all going to be focused on, was this officer, the one you can barely see here, or in this case, this officer right here, same guy, was he actually placed in imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury? In general,
want to address something that Fatty said before. I'm not sure if I already addressed it. I was talking about the fact that Minnesota doesn't have stand your ground laws, so you have a responsibility to retreat if you can, and also cops are told, which Fatty pointed out, cops are told to not put themselves in front of a vehicle. He wasn't actually in front of the vehicle. He was off to the right-hand side from the driver's perspective, and when she reversed and curved around, she drew him in front of the vehicle. I think being hit by a car might make you scared for your life.
in general, there are 4 legal justifications for using lethal force. These are them right here. We're going to ignore 3 of them because we're going to just talk about this first one right here, which is that you yourself are in imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. If this officer was in fact in imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury, he probably has legal justification for using lethal force. Now, I think we can probably all agree that getting run over by a car is certainly imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. So if that was a possibility, if that actually was the reality of what could occur, then there is a strong likelihood that the officer's actions here were lawfully justified. But for all of the people, the Jacob Frays of the world and everything like that, that are just coming to their own legal conclusion, might I remind them to check out what Minnesota law says. For example, Minnesota Statute 609.066, authorized use of deadly force by peace officers. Oh, there's a statute directly on point in Minnesota that talks about when peace officers may use lethal force.
Okay, Fatty, maybe you could fill me in. I don't know. Are ICE agents peace officers? I actually don't know. But that would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, there is. And here's what the statute says. A, notwithstanding the provisions of section 609.06 or 609.065, the use of deadly force by a peace officer in the line of duty is justified only if an objectively reasonable officer would believe, based on the totality of circumstances known to the officer at the time and without the benefit of hindsight.
Without the benefit of hindsight, which we all have. So we have to imagine that we didn't know how it panned out and put ourselves in the position he was in that moment when he was being hit by a car.
That such force is necessary, and necessary to do one of the following. 1, to protect the peace officer or another from death or great bodily harm, provided that the threat, 1, can be articulated with specificity, 2, is reasonably likely to occur absent action by the law enforcement officer, and 3, must be addressed through the use of deadly force without unreasonable delay.
Okay, I can go through these. Number 1, can the threat be articulated with specificity? Yes, I was being hit by a car. Number 3, must be addressed through the use of deadly force without unreasonable delay. Yeah, I'm being hit by a car right now. Boom. Okay, that's fair. The second one is interesting. That's probably going to be the prosecution's angle. Is reasonably likely to occur absent an action by law enforcement, which means the cop stood in front of the car. If he didn't step in front of the car, this wouldn't have happened. The thing is, he didn't step in front of the car. The car pulled around backwards and curved and put him in the line of sight.
Which is a fancy legal way of saying you need to be able to articulate a very good reason and prove to us that you really did not have any other options. Now, the imminency, that is, how quickly could this...
Achilles, I don't think she was trying to hit the cop. I think she had recklessness about it. She was going to do her thing. Her wife was saying, go, go. And she had like a criminal disregard for the fact there was a cop in front of her that she had lined up by reversing. Your assumptions are what make you weak. Oh, Clarence. the stupid is just natural. And yes, no, Kieran, ICE and BP. Okay, ICE and BP, what, they are peace officers or they aren't? You said yes, no. Pick one. She turned the wheels to reverse, but when she hit the gas, she was heading straight towards the officer. And then in the like, you know how you it's easier to steer the wheels when the car's moving a little bit as opposed to when it's stationary. I think she meant to turn, but she started rolling to make it easier to turn. But the cop didn't know that. All he knew was the car's coming at me and hit me.
this happen is always a critical component. So had the officer who discharged the firearm maybe been 30 yards down the road and had plenty of time to get out of the way, this would be an entirely different equation here. But let us remember that the officer is directly in front of the vehicle at the time that she decides to punch it.
Yeah, so what he's saying is if you're standing down the road 30 feet away or 30 yards, 30 meters, whatever, and the car's coming towards you, you have an opportunity to jump out the way. Therefore, lethal force wouldn't be justified because there's no stand your ground laws in Minnesota. He wasn't 30 yards away. The thing, I'm impressed by how quick that cop fucking drew that gun. He had a phone in his left hand and he managed to draw his weapon and hit it off in like an instant.
But then there's additional statutes that would apply to anybody in this situation, whether they're a peace officer or not. Take, for example, Minnesota statute 609.065, justifiable taking of life. That statute specifically states the intentional taking of the life of another is not authorized by section 609.06, except when necessary in resisting or preventing an offense which the actor reasonably believes exposes the actor or another to great bodily harm or death, or preventing the commission of a felony in the actor's place of abode. So if the ICE officer here reasonably believes that they had been exposed to a high probability of serious injury or death, not only themselves or any other fellow officers, they are justified in using lethal force. And then, of course, Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey should know this because it is Minnesota law, and it took us all of about 10 seconds to look it up.
He's talking about Walz, the governor of Minnesota, who recently withdrew from the race because he knows he's cooked, because Nick Shirley exposed the Somalian fucking childcare scandal. Walz, who said that he has the National Guard primed to resist the feds. The fuck? Right, that's old school. That's old school Civil War. Because people don't always understand that the National Guard is actually a state-based institution. So the states all have their own National Guard. Correct me if I'm wrong, my American friends. But Walls is literally priming the National Guard to resist the feds. That's literally civil war. And don't get me started on Frey. Don't get me started on Frey.
Believe it or not, there is specific law that talks about the authorized use of force against police officers. So let's say that for whatever reason, the now deceased believed that she had absolutely every right in the world to block traffic, to go out and protest, to obstruct, hinder, delay, whatever she was doing with the ICE operations. Understand that this Minnesota law specifically states deadly force used against peace officers. Deadly force may not be used against peace officers who have announced their presence and are performing official duties at a location where a person is committing a crime or an act that would be a crime if committed by an adult. Well, it is very clear that they did announce who they were. They did announce their presence. And what was their whole purpose of being there was to round up people for what? That's right, illegal activity. Okay, and then there's one other little legal issue that we need to discuss. And I do believe that some who believe this was cold-blooded murder are going to start beating on this drum anytime now. And I think it would be relevant if the officer was, in fact, more like 20 or 30 yards down the road and had a serious opportunity to get out of the way of the moving vehicle. Because in Minnesota, believe it or not, they have a duty to retreat. Just another strike against Minnesota, why it is really one of the most terrible states in America right now. But under Minnesota law, if you are in a public place and can safely avoid a confrontation or escape from danger, the law requires you to do so before resorting to force. All right, and again, if we take this officer right here, put him all the way down the street here, then I think we could at least analyze this under a duty to retreat. But when you are a mere few feet from the front of a vehicle, which is clearly hell-bent on accelerating in your direction, you don't really have that opportunity to retreat. So, America, seeing both of these video clips, understanding the legal framework, what's your opinion? Do you believe that this was a justified use of lethal force, or do you believe this was excessive force and thus constitutes a homicide? And that is the 64,000.
So, Silva, I don't think it was set up. You can't set these things up. Exploited, yes. Yes. They will exploit it. Yes, they will. And on a different note, everybody go and look at Farmer Cat's, I don't know, some gay stream with, I don't know, baby animals or shit. It seems the wife and Cat are going to go over there, and God knows what girls do when they get together and share streams and shit. I have no idea. Anyway, go to Cats and look at some, what is it? Is it baby goats or lambs or something? I don't know. Anyway.
$1,000 question. But now let's take more of a 35,000 foot view and ask ourselves this. How did we get here? How did we get here? Well, I suppose when you have literally.
Well, John, you know, it's kind of fair. I did give a poll, you know, should I give the missus a wrench? And the boys all said no. And I thought about it and I said, fuck you. And I gave her a wrench. So Katie can solicit other people's channels in the chat. I'm okay with that. And by the way, all you mods, if you want to share your own stuff in the chat, I'm okay with that.
Every single politician from one of the two major political parties, including the most vocal of those coming from the state of Minnesota, basically calling ICE officers the Gestapo, the Nazis, things such as that, where they are essentially advocating for violence against law enforcement officers. And I want you to understand that even though you may not be thrilled with what ICE is doing, understand that ICE constitutes law enforcement and they're just out there doing their job. And there is a time and an opportunity to fight the legality of what law enforcement has done. I've made a living out of doing that. It does not occur on the street, however, it occurs in the courtroom. And it is this villainization, It is this violent, vile rhetoric that has come from one side of the political aisle that has created this very incendiary situation, one of extreme volatility. And unfortunately, I'm not sure that this will be the last incident that we have to break down where someone gets violent with an ICE officer requiring them to defend themselves. Okay, so once again, I ask all of you, what do you think? Lawful use of lethal force, cold-blooded murder, somewhere in the middle? You get to weigh in. All you got to do is let us know what you think down there in the description.
It's funny. He started out by saying, I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm not going to take a side. I'm going to show both sides. The bloke took a side. He's a self-defense lawyer. He has a pistol in his logo. But I do like him. Like the convicted felon in the Oval Office. Fucking Crimea River. We have a convicted felon. Fatty, what was he convicted of? I'm just asking for a friend. What was Trump convicted of? I know they tried to change the law so that the 34 misdemeanors could be tried as felonies, which didn't fucking have legs at all. Well, cooking the books. Oh my God, boys, he cooked the books. Was he convicted though? Was he actually convicted? I don't think he was convicted. I think he was accused, and they moved him to a jurisdiction with a DA or a judge who had it out for Trump. I'm pretty sure that happened. Silver, I should kick you off just for that dad joke. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I want to know, Fatty. Fatty, tell me, what was Trump convicted of? Just tell me what it was. I'd like to know. What was Trump convicted of? Okay, so he was convicted of felony fraud. Never knew that. And somehow it worked out okay. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? He was literally convicted of felony fraud, but somehow he's okay and still doing what he does. Went through the process, all the legal processes, and somehow he's not in jail. It's fucking weird, eh? It's really weird. You know, Fatty, I expected better. I'm not going to lie. I expected better. That's a bit lame. No, bro, that's my dogs looking after the house. We can't have guns here, so we have to have dogs. I'm not going to lie. I don't even like my dogs. I don't even like them. But in the absence of self-defense equipment, Uncle Fatty, why don't you look at the left first and see what you can do to make them better? And come back and tell us how to make ourselves better. Until then, shut the fuck up. Bro, that's fighting words. That's fighting words, brother. Oh, fuck. What the fuck's going on here? Hang on. Nope. That's better. Yeah, I thought so. I haven't really been following it closely because he's still the fucking president. So I figured like nothing bad happened, right? I figured nothing bad happened. He's still there. He's still kicking. Thank you, David, for filling in the gaps that I can't fill in. And Clarence is correct. Civil law is not criminal law. They're different things. Totally different. All right. I've got maybe a half an hour left. Should I drop a link to panel or should I fuck off? It's up to you. It's up to you, kids. What do you want to do? If you don't tell me real soon, I'm going to play a song. K2, I wasn't asking you. I was asking the serious people. Well, Clarence, you don't need a link. You know that. Oh, your feelings hurt? Your feelings. Okay, I'm going to play a little clip and then I'll drop a link, okay? No, actually, I'll drop it now and then I'm going to play a clip. All right, the link's pinned, but we're going to do this first. Once I find the fucking thing, here we go. Bear with me a second, kids. I'm going to get this sorted. Here we go.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there's going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Civilly liable was for the sexual assault charges. You fucking yeah, but what was he fucking convicted of criminally, bro? You're moving the goalposts. We know about the civil shit. We know about the opportunistic political moves that people make in the courts. The same thing they did with Kavanaugh. What about the criminal charges? What was he convicted of, brother? Fuck around and find out. On the fan bike right now. Is that the gay bike? Is that one of those bikes with no back wheel and you can adjust the fan on the front to put more resistance? I think it is. Donald J. Trump was convicted of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Are you sure about that? Are you sure, brother? Then tell me this, fatty. Why isn't Donald J. Trump in jail? Just wondering. Convicted of 34 felony counts. 34 felonies. I don't need to. I don't need to. Fatty, you're killing me right now. Seriously, you're killing me. Hey, Fatty, let's try this. Approach. How many family scandals has Trump been involved in? Well, it's not that I believe the narrative. I just don't believe you. Is that fair? I mean, Fatty, should I believe you? Should you believe you? Yeah, like how many times did he? Yeah, he also said, you know, women are so starstruck you can grab them by the pussy. So what? Fatty, do me a favor. Look up one family scandal that Trump has, you know, like something the equivalent of the Hunter Biden laptop. Okay, something equivalent of Clinton and Lewinsky. Point to one. Do me a favor. Just bring up one actual scandal. How many times has he been accused? Well, I know, right? Believe all women. Do you know how many times I've been accused of being gay? Yeah, I have. Okay. So should I believe you and Stormy Daniels? That's a pretty good resume. you and Stormy Daniels. Silver coming in hot. I don't know her name, but I know what you're talking about, you see. So, Fatty, if you could, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for one family scandal. not accusations. I mean, K2. K2, okay. You've been a long time contributor. I'll see if I can find it. Hang on a second. Got to work my way through the shit show of stuff that my chat sends me. Hang on. There we go. Just for you, K2. Achilles, yes. I have a theory. I did adopt it from Andrew Wilson. Okay, fair call. Men get 2 opportunities to apologize in their life, so use them wisely. And accusations aren't scandals. No, they're not. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You think accusations are scandals? He wasn't in the tabloids for the late 80s for fucking around on his wife, Ivana, while they were still married, and how she fell down the fucking stairs one day. Are they still together? Is she still by his side? Are they still a married couple? Are they raising children who all look fucking fabulous? Come on, bro. Do people have dirty laundry? Should we be judged by our worst moment? Uncle Fatty, would you like to be judged by your worst moment? Would you like to be defined by your worst moment? Hey, listen, smart guy, a scandal would involve evidence. That's all. Accusations aren't evidence. K2, you fucking retard. You got circulation problems? This is not medical advice. You could try doing this. Get some friction going on, or you could sit on them. You could sit on your hands. Uncle Fatty invoking the straight white males. Funny how all the straight white males are the guys that think about other guys sucking each other's dicks all day and call each other gay all day long. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we call each other gay all night long. You should try it. It's fucking hilarious. You should relax and don't take it so personally. But really, straight white males, bro? What are you, a black chick? You see how he invoked First of all, he's assuming my sexuality. He's also assuming my race. That's a little bit fucking racist, bro. It's also sexist. It's also transphobic. I believe you. Fatty, you fucking idiot. All right, I've got to go and have a fluid level adjustment. So I'm shout out to Are We Not Men. He's not here, but he wrote this one for me, and I know Katie's watching, so I think she'll probably appreciate this.
Buddy Kieran's married to a gal named Kate. She's real cute and she's smart as a whip. But it ain't hard to see the boy's clearly gay. It's a secret that's real easy to slip. The second I saw her, I had to know just what was a guy like him doing with a girl like her. Well, he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, I don't see how that's relevant to what I asked you. But he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, okay, I guess we're just changing the subject now, aren't we? And he said, Katie loves me. I said, yeah, that's great, but why aren't you just honest with her? He said, Katie loves me. I said, okay, we're just gonna keep going in circles here, huh? He said, Katie loves me. I said, no, really, what did you do to make her fall in love with you? He said, Katie loves me. I said, why you keep saying that? He said, it's a mystery to me too. Married to a gal named Katie. She's real cute and she's smart as a whip. But it ain't hard to see the boy's clearly gay. It's a secret that's real easy to slip. The second I saw her, I had to know just what was a guy like him doing with a girl like her. Well, he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, I don't see how that's relevant to what I asked you. But he just smiled at me and said, Katie loves me. And I said, okay, I guess we're just changing the subject now, aren't we? He said, Katie loves me. I said, yeah, that's great, but why aren't you just honest with her? He said, Katie loves me. I said, okay, we're just gonna keep going in circles here, huh? He said, Katie loves me. I said, no, really, what did you do to make her fall in love with you? He said, Katie loves me. I said, why do you keep saying that? He said, it's a mystery to me too.
It's a mystery to me too. Hashtag, it's a mystery to hashtag me too. I know, Silver. It's fucking weird, eh? David, I think she's watching out in the lounge room. I don't know how much attention she's paying. She's like doing two things. She's watching like true crime on the telly and watching the stream on the phone. So she may have missed the shout out. All right. Well, since none of you guys want to hit the link to the panel, how about I think is Teriak live? I think he is. We'll find out. Hang on. Think he's doing his Wheel of Madness. Oh no, he's doing the film room. Just seeing if he's doing a panel or not. What's he got going on? Just got done on the bike. But since you're, well, I'm ending because nobody came up, right? So I said all the things I wanted to say about Ice Baby. And then I dropped the link and nobody seemed to want to be involved any further than being in chat, which is fair. That's fair. If you want to hang in chat, I'm okay with that. Oh, turns out we have a taker.
Sir.
Hello, sir.
Happy fucking New Year to you.
Happy fucking New Year to you too.
Indeed, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So define scandal, because that's kind of a broad term, I would say.
I just think a scandal has to have evidence. Like I could accuse you of anything.
Sure, and that would be scandalous, right? For me to be in a tabloid and to have the tabloids talking about me for 3 decades would be scandalous, right? Would be a scandal.
No.
Whether or not there's evidence or not, right? It's scandalous.
No. It's only scandalous. It's only scandalous to people who take their knowledge from tabloids.
So in essence, it is scandalous to those people.
Yeah, but people we don't care about.
Well, sure, but they still see it as a scandal, though. So in essence, nothing is a scandal then.
No, if there's evidence, yes, it's a scandal. Without evidence, it's just accusations.
So like evidence that him and his dad were cheating people for their rent and stuff in the late 60s, right? And being charged with things that had evidence, right?
Were they convicted?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
You keep saying that, but
they paid out a bunch of money too. How about the scandal of E. Jean Carroll, for instance, right? Found civilly liable, right? Not found guilty of a, civilly liable compared to guilty, right? The terms. How much money did he have to pay her for defaming her?
Yeah, sometimes like civil law is a preponderance of evidence as opposed to criminal law, which is beyond all reasonable doubt. Civil law is a whole different thing. And sometimes people just pay the money to make it go away.
It's just terminology is the only difference.
It's not terminology, it's real life, bro.
It is. It's basically it's fucking semantics. It's legalese, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Being found guilty is the same thing as being found civilly liable.
No,
because it's in civil court and not criminal court.
No, it's not. There's a different level of evidence.
Evidence is evidence. Evidence was still used in that case to find him civilly
criminal
liable.
law. Criminal law requires beyond all reasonable doubt. Civil law relies on a preponderance of evidence, which means 51% more likely is civil law.
In
Criminal
certain
law
cases of civil law, yes, you're right. In certain cases, it is.
No, in all of them. That's the standard in civil law, the preponderance of evidence.
Okay. Okay. So assuming that that's correct, which it's fucking not.
Okay, let's assume it is.
Oh shit. Hang on, I lost you. I'm still on there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My fucking shit's all locked up. I mean, through the 70s, just in the 70s alone, he had over 25 women accuse him. Sure, it's an accusation, but it's still scandalous, right? I mean, they have their evidence, right? There's evidence there.
Accusations aren't evidence.
So what about the 5 non-disclosure agreements that are actually public record?
What about them?
So the evidence would say that there was evidence enough for him to want to pay somebody off to be quiet, right?
No.
Okay.
It could mean he couldn't be fucked with this shit. I'll just pay to make it go away.
How about being sued since the 1990s and into the 2000s, right? 37 times by contractors that he didn't pay.
Prove it.
That he didn't pay his contractors?
Yeah, prove it.
He took him to court to try to get paid.
Yeah. And what happened?
Right? And then he settled agreements after he was taken to court.
Sure.
Right, but not for the agreed upon amount.
Yeah, sometimes settling is cheaper than going through the process. Sometimes the process is the punishment.
Let me ask you this. Sure. Has the man ever done anything wrong in his whole entire life? Ever?
Probably.
Just one thing. Just one thing. Just one.
Yeah, probably.
What is it? What would that be?
I wouldn't. How would I fucking know?
I don't know. You fucking defend the guy and you don't even fucking live in this country. He's not even your fucking president, but you defend him. So like,
you're going with there. You don't.
No,
don't
I'm
live
just
here. You don't live here. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
But what's ridiculous about defending a man at all fucking costs?
Who's doing that?
Name one thing that he's ever done wrong. You can name a lot of stuff that he hasn't done wrong. He hasn't done anything that he's ever been accused of, right? I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Listen, can you name one thing I've done wrong?
Are you the fucking president of the fucking United States?
Can you answer the question?
I mean, I would say that people would think that maybe smoking online on a live stream would be a degenerative type of move. That's the whole thing with Andrew, right? He's the bad smoky man, right?
Right.
So that I could say that some folks would see that to be bad. I don't really care. I'll have a fucking cigarette with you.
Okay, so then can you name something I've done wrong?
You didn't shave your balls last weekend and it kind of scruffled my fucking chin a little bit.
You see how it goes? You see how this goes, right? You're asking me, can I name one thing Trump did wrong? That's a stupid question, bro.
Are you the president of the United States?
Yes.
Okay. I would say one thing you did wrong.
Yeah.
Trimmed your shit up too short. You should let that shit grow out a little bit.
Nah, if I grow my beard long, I look homeless. I've got I've got a very thin beard. It's not very. Yeah. If I grow it long, I've done it. I'll show you a fucking photo.
The Just for Men is working real good for you though. They're just for men's. That's good shit.
Well, I've got a kind of a. I haven't got the strongest jawline, so I grow the hair along the jawline to make it to accentuate. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like it's
it works. It's cute, handsome, I'd say.
Join the queue.
I mean, it's like this, bro. If you can't name one thing that the man has ever done wrong, you're a fucking cult member.
Not really. How can I name? That's like trying to prove a negative. Like saying, can you name one thing? How would I fucking know what he did wrong?
How would you not know anything that anybody's ever done wrong in that sense of the fucking on
Correct.
that same side of the coin?
Correct.
Right?
That's the point I'm making.
Right. So whether you believe it or whether you think it or know it,
I don't comment on things I don't know.
but you do comment on things that you believe,
Sure, that's fine. Yeah.
because beliefs and knowing things are two different things, right?
Mhm.
Right. Cool. Well, we can agree upon that. That's pretty based.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't comment on things like I know enough to know what I don't know.
Right. Do you know Jesus, or do you believe in Jesus? Do you know the Bible's true, or do you believe the Bible's true?
I'm working on it.
But you comment on those type of things. I've heard you comment on those things.
Yeah, as best I can, but I also have that caveat that I'm like I said before, I was raised a Catholic. I was introduced, I had all the sacraments except the last one, obviously,
Nice.
and left the church, and I'm trying to find my way back. Yeah, sure, sure, but I don't claim to know anything. I can have opinions.
You should come over and check out the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, bro. Really, it's pretty based.
Bro, I've got my colander ready to put on my head for my fucking driver's license. I've done that, bro. I know the fucking Church of the Spaghetti Monster. I was there when Christopher Hitchens and Sam Harris and Daniel Dennett and Richard Dawkins with the four. I fucking know this shit, bro. I know this shit inside out.
Yeah. Do you know the 8 I really wish you didn't? Do you know the first I really wish you didn't?
No, I don't know any of them.
That's the 8 mantras. It's kind of like the 10 commandments of the church, but it's the 8 I wish you didn't.
Yeah, go on.
You know it inside and out. I would assume that you would know this.
No, I don't.
The
I
first
can name
one,
something
right? The first
you're
one
right,
being,
wrong.
I really wish you didn't act like a sanctimonious asshole while pushing your God onto other people, especially me.
Okay, go on.
Right?
Yeah, go on.
I just figured you'd know him.
I can name some things Kieran did wrong.
Nice.
All right, Kieran's worn a mankini. He drinks Bud Light. Oh, he drinks Bud Light. He cooms in the spaghetti. Those are my top 3.
Nice. Dipping the balls in the mashed potatoes count?
The first one was true. The other 2, I disavow.
Bud Light's definitely pretty weak sauce, bro. The mankini I can handle. As long
I
as
did once wear a mankini as a dare.
Yeah.
As a dare.
Nothing wrong. Was it solid color or cheetah striped?
It was red.
Ooh, solid color. Damn.
One of the primary colors.
Based. Full banana hammock or just half hammock?
It was a mankini. What are you talking about? It was a mankini. This one time at band camp. It was a dare. It was a dare, right? So there's the bad thing I did. There's the bad thing I did. I once wore a mankini.
Nice.
On a dare on Australia Day.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, I mean.
And he's coomed in the spaghetti. Now Mrs. Kieran can't serve that for guest.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Guys.
I mean,
it's so funny.
Mashed potatoes, that's one thing, but spaghetti, you know, fuck with spaghetti, man.
Oh, we got Grumple. Grumple is obviously still being awake.
Grizzle dizzle.
He does that. He stays awake forever.
It's been known to happen. How about the scandal of the $25 million that went missing from Trump University and ended up bankrupting it? Was that scandalous? I mean, there was evidence that there was 25 million missing, right? It never turned up. It's not that he got charged, but you know, he did go bankrupt after that whole thing kind of came out, right?
Yeah. So, do you think entrepreneurs never go bankrupt? They do it all the time.
Yeah, they do. Most of them do it after they steal $25 million from the foundation that they fucking started, right?
That's a big claim.
I mean, there's evidence that there's $25 million missing. There's evidence that there was $25 million that got transferred to his accounts.
Do you know who never goes bankrupt?
Who's that?
People who never try anything.
Oh, yeah, and nonprofits, right?
Well, you
Even though
see,
he bankrupted a nonprofit 3 fucking times.
the best way to not make mistakes is don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently owning and operating 6 fucking companies. I've owned fucking 20 something fucking businesses, and I've never filed bankruptcy.
Hang on, you're running 27 businesses?
I'm currently owning and operating 6 at current time, yeah. And have started and sold and created and got rid of over 20 something fucking, yeah.
You're running
Morning,
6
boys.
businesses.
Good
Hey,
afternoon, rather. How's it going?
How's it?
I can tell you something Kieran has done wrong.
Oh, go on.
Well, I can tell you something he hasn't done, which is wrong. He hasn't given us all a kiss because he's super gay today. And I guess we all normally expect a little peck on the cheek or sometimes a little kiss on the lips with Kieran if he's around. But he hasn't done that, so that's wrong. He's playing out of line today. Isn't that right, K2? He always gives K2 a kiss.
Yeah, you know what? That's the 4th thing he's done wrong.
4th thing, and that's just to get started. That's getting started. I'm sure we can think of more.
I'm in perfect position to be teabagged right now.
But then that got me to thinking, because like what I think is wrong and what K2 thinks is wrong, they could be 2 completely different things. So to like ask us what Kieran has done wrong, it's kind of subjective, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Unless, I mean, we'd have to appeal to sort of an objective moral right, wouldn't we, to say what Kieran's done right. So I think what Kieran hasn't done wrong is kind of pick up that it's kind of absurd to say ask somebody what somebody's done wrong, because if you have no objective standard, if you have a spaghetti monster, you have no moral grounding for anything. It's just your preferences.
Oh, we have tons of
one thing Kieran did right today was keep his stream longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, agreed.
Pretty good breakdown of the whole situation there too. Pretty decent breakdown. A little not you know. It's a little weak actually, but it was good. It was good.
Okay, how was it weak? How was it weak?
Well, I do agree with you, Dave. I really do. When it comes to the manslaughter compares, you know, to the outright just blatant first degree murder.
So you're claiming it's murder, is that right?
No, I'm leaning more towards manslaughter. You know, when she was backing the car up, right? She was cranked to her left, and when she backed up, she kind of kicked over to the right as he was coming around the side of the car. And as he was there, right, he did basically have to kind of move, or she would have backed into him with that front tire. Right, so he kind of swung wide.
Was he or was he not hit by that car?
Not really, no.
Oh, right. So you've not seen the video then? You've not seen the video where he's clearly hit by the vehicle?
Let me expand. Okay, he swung out, right? Because when she was backing up, right, that front right tire was coming backwards while he was on the right side of the car. So he did kind of swing off. He put his hand on the car there, and then he got in front of the car. And as he was walking out into the front of the car, he was already grabbing, right, for his arm, right? He already had his phone up. By the time she started moving forward, right, he was already drawn out of holster, right? And then his phone hand went onto the hood of the car, right? And while his leg was back, like Megyn Kelly so poignantly pointed out, yeah, his hand was on the front of the car while she started moving forward, right? And even the cell phone camera footage will show this, right? That's when you hear the phone go clump, clump, and he goes, oh, and pop, pop, right? He was already drawn up by the time she started moving forward. So
do all officers who draw their weapons shoot them?
No.
Okay.
Was he planning on it? Yeah, I think he was.
How can you tell what his thoughts were at that moment? How can you believe that to be true? Like, you know, people believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
So you don't know it to be true.
Nope.
But I agree with you. It's manslaughter. I agree. It's tragic. He, the woman wasn't smart. Nor was her wife.
Definitely not.
Given that they were obstructing, they were legally obstructing ICE doing their job. At which point ICE
Drive,
had
baby,
a
drive.
legal jurisdiction.
Yeah.
They had a right to arrest the woman because and that's one of their powers is if somebody is obstructing them in their job, they have the power to arrest. They were telling her to get out of the car, which she didn't do. She ignored a lawful order. Do I think she deserved to die? Absolutely not. I don't think anybody deserves to die if they have no ill intention towards somebody else. Do I think that it was a tragedy? Yes. Do I think it was manslaughter? Yes. Do I think that he needs to be addressed? Yes. Can we defend him?
No,
I don't know. It has to be. It has to be assessed. It has to be assessed. So my opinion. Let me just give it, and then you can do your thing. But what I would say is, given that somebody was killed, it is only right that an investigation should be undertaken as to the death of the person. That would be my opinion. That's just. But do I think it was murder? Absolutely not. What people are saying is like, no, it's not murder. Absolutely not murder.
You know, speaking of British person,
hang on 1 second.
You know what was manslaughter?
No, hang on. Watch this. Now tell me he wasn't hit. Hang on. Just watch this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is clearly hit in this video.
Hang on. Got to make it play. Hang on.
Talking about. Okay. This guy knew he was about to get hit.
K2's
We also
indicator
noticed something else, something interesting that will be huge if it gets released.
I'm
to the
leaving
public.
the gym.
The agent who fires his gun, as I referenced, is holding up his cell phone still, likely
Tell me
still
he wasn't
recording when she accelerates toward him. Here's a closer image. You see his hand holding what appears to be his phone. So there is likely video of this incident from the agent's vantage point. And if this does go to trial, that
That's the
will
wrong
be.
bit. Hang on, I'll find it.
Take me home tonight.
You're just listening to this now. We've added an arrow pointing toward his leg so you can see what we're
That's
talking
the wrong.
about.
It's the wrong bit. This angle here shows him being hit. Like there's no doubt about it.
Well, this is the fifth thing Kieran's done wrong. He keeps playing the wrong video that he doesn't want to play.
Shut up, dickhead.
Are you putting these on our little tally chart, K2? You got the tally chart out?
Yeah. I got a permanent.
Me too. Don't worry.
I'm
putting it on a chalkboard. I've got a blackboard here. I don't want to be racist, but I've got a blackboard here with white marks on, and we've done the 5, the 1 through, and we're on the 6 now. So.
When did Ken Ted become a Jewish person?
I think this case is actually like right. This is right on the borderline of the legality. They're going to break it down frame by frame.
Yeah.
They're going to look at where the tires were pointing, what he thought at the time. He drew that weapon. The tires were still pointing at him. So in that moment, he was being run over. Right.
All I'm going to say is if I'm in front of a vehicle in any context and I hear, "Rrrr," I'm not going to be looking at the front wheels. I'm going to be looking probably at the driver and thinking, holy shit. So, like, at that point, you're not going to be... And if she's starting to turn the wheel, if I hear that, I'm hearing, "Rrrr," I'm thinking, you're going to run me over. That's me personally, you know?
The thing is, the first bullet hole went right through the front of the windscreen.
And what happened after that?
Windscreen? You mean windshield, dumbass. That's 6 right there.
Shut up, dickhead.
We say windscreen. Us cultured folk from Australia and the UK, we say windscreen.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I'll erase that. That's weird. That's weird. But
Jolly good.
He shot
righto, Governor.
He shot over the bonnet right through the windscreen.
What do you think, Kieran? Like, what's your verdict? What's your take on it?
Well, me as an internet lawyer, having watched all
yeah.
I think if the guy gets convicted, it's political.
Of course.
The same as Chauvin, who was convicted for George Floyd. That was political.
There wasn't any evidence, right? It was just all political.
If this guy is convicted, it's political, yes. There's no what.
Okay, so that's cult mentality, bro.
No, it's
sorry. That's
you
some
keep
cult.
saying that. You're in a cult. Shut up. Yeah, I'm in a cult. You're in a cult. So what?
Do I defend people for fucking
Do you stand for anything?
Yeah.
What?
I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the national anthem. If I took a knee, you'd say I was too woke.
So you stand for what?
The national anthem. I stand up, I put my hand on my heart.
Whoa, holy shit. There's 5 deer just laying in this dude's grass.
So you stand for the Constitution?
Well,
Yeah.
hello, guys.
The national
Yeah.
anthem, you know?
Yeah. So do you stand for the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I really stand for the first 16 words of the First Amendment, the footing upon which the foundation of America is built.
Do you stand for the 19th Amendment?
You see them? Oh, you can't.
No, hang on. Do you stand for the 19th Amendment?
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I got about 30 wild turkeys in my backyard right now.
Grumple, can you please confirm what FAFO is to us people who are not so military or minded in that way? Because
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, gotcha, I'm with you. Yeah, no, thank you. Oh, excuse me.
But Grumple and Dave, do you know what FUBAR is?
Yeah, oh no, I don't. I thought you were going to say,
Wait. I have never watched Saving Private Ryan. It's German. That's all I know.
Fucked up beyond
all recognition. Yeah. So Fatty,
I have never watched Saving Private Ryan. I have no clue.
That's a Full Metal Jacket, bro.
Yes, it is.
No, it's also Saving Private Ryan.
One thing I'm noticing, and you see this in a lot of videos. Like, sorry, clear it up because I'm going to have to dash off to work in a sec. One thing I just want to leave with is like, if you look at a lot of these body cam videos now of police, and you have a lot of people who now, through kind of personal legalese and this kind of interpretation of the law and things like that the authority of the law has kind of lost its power. So people just think they can ignore stuff. They think they can just look at their phone when they get told to get out of a vehicle, and they don't think anything's going to happen. And I think this just general. For me, it's a fine line, because years ago, I used to say, you have no right to do anything to me. I used to be really anti-police. I used to be kind of a bit of a degenerate and all this kind of sovereign citizen stuff. And then I realised that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. Whoever's got the most guns and whoever has the most strength is going to tell you what to do, and your rights can disappear just like that. And have we not worked that out yet? That force doctrine essentially rules over us. And then we can't just start calling people, murderers just because somebody ignores the authority of law.
I was saying before, like this woman left her child at home and came out with her lesbian wife.
Yeah.
And decided it would be a really good idea to take her.
I heard she lost custody of the kid.
Anyway, to take her Facebook,
precisely,
her Facebook echo chamber and insert herself into the middle of a federal operation. That's so fucking bizarre.
Like, this completely agree with you. Like, how do you leave your child at home? Are you thinking of your child when you're sitting in the middle of a situation like that? When you place yourself in that situation, are you predominantly thinking about your child, the future of your child, or the welfare of your child? Are you a mother first, or are you an activist first? That's the question. And the answer should always be you're a mother before you're an activist. You know what I'm saying? Always, in my opinion. And I think that was the biggest wrong. People are kind of like, people have made and that they've drawn this and the Charlie Kirk death. Yeah, they've put these side by side, and they're kind of using this as kind of an example. And it's a completely different situation of just being out talking or placing yourself in danger. And I just think the poor kid, the wife's clearly a fucking lunatic. Yeah, clearly a lunatic. Clearly contributed to that woman's death in the fact she was egging her on to drive. Whereas anyone who was thinking about the child would have said, calmly get out the car, let's get this over with, and let's get back home to the children. They weren't thinking about that. They were thinking about their politics, and they put their politics before their children.
Dave, there's a video of Caitlin Bennett Okay, you boys may or may not know Caitlin Bennett.
Yeah, I know that Kieran likes Caitlin Bennett.
Hang on, bro. She was facing
Caitlyn Jenner uses the women's room at Mar-a-Lago.
She was facing arrest. She was doing her thing, and she was standing up for her rights. And the cops said, "We'll arrest you if you don't move." And she said, "If I didn't have 2 children at home, I would resist this and I would go to jail." To make a point, but I have 2 children at home, so I'm going to comply. I'm going to back off and go and see my children.
Yeah.
Is it possible that when people protest, they're doing so to hopefully change things so their kids can have a better future and not have to deal with the things that they're protesting against?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah,
absolutely. But then you've got long-term and short-term gains, and you've got long-term and short-term implications equally.
Yep.
Got to pick your battles.
And you got adrenaline. You got dopamine.
Yeah, all of that crap going on, and what's been happening with people, everything's like what's the word? It's like a powder keg at the moment. Everyone's super tense. Nobody knows what's going to happen. There's been and I feel for the dude who shot her, because he's got a family, and I think he's got kids as well. So it's not just one family that's going to get, kind of destroyed by all this. It's going to he's probably going to end up going to jail, I reckon, because at very least it is manslaughter. He did kind of cause the end of life for somebody.
It's not manslaughter.
It's sad for her kids.
No, it's self-defense.
All he has to say in America, all he has to say, being behind a badge, all he has to say is, "I was afraid for my life."
No, bro, that's a talking point. That's not fair.
It's not, though.
That's not fair.
It is absolutely fair, especially since he's been in this situation before in 2014.
But they can't bring that into the court case.
Right, but on the public forum,
but therefore that would justify him fearing for his life, though, because he possibly nearly, the way that happened, he could have lost his life the last time with what happened. And in this occasion, he could have had a justified fear for his own life, given what had happened to him before, opposed to someone who'd never had that happen and never had that experience.
But they can't bring in the previous experience into the... I guarantee they'll make it inadmissible.
Right. Yeah, and legally speaking, no. But if you think about, imagine if you had something like that happen to you, would you be likely to have more of a fear of your life in that situation, given what happened before, or a no different fear of your life, or a less fear of your life? Given, I would always say it would be more, given what has happened. It's like, say for example, you go somewhere and some black dudes rob you in the past, and then you go out and there's a similar situation to what happened before. You might perceive that will happen again. Or if it's a Chinese dudes or a white dudes, it could be anybody. But if a situation is similar and then similar things start to happen again, your save my ass brain, your fight or flight, that's going to kick in. I think that's what kicked him. It was fight or flight, and I think I think he did fear for his life. I think it's just tragic the way the reaction. It was just there were other ways of dealing with it.
Maybe that she feared for her life when 2 guys got out of a truck and approached her, and one guy yelled, "Get out of here," and the other guy yelled even louder, "Open the fucking door."
Oh my God, my Fifi.
Never heard that. No.
Oh my God. No, he did. He said, "Open the fucking, maybe open the fucking door."
Yeah. Get out of the fucking car, open the fucking door, while the other guy was saying, "Get the fuck out of here."
Like I said, if you insert yourself into a federal operation, you'll find out.
I agree. I totally agree. I mean, yeah, that's what happens when cops get fucking their ego bruised.
Yeah, but also, Fatty, I'm like being bad right now because I'm smoking.
Smoky man, bad.
Yeah, Kieran. Smokey, you're a bad man, Kieran. You're a bad man.
I know. How dare I?
Bad.
How dare I smoke on screen?
I want you to start smoking some of those like cigarillos, like that they used to like smoke in Paris at the cafes. We've really got to get you some of those, you know, with the different coloured like papers and stuff. Or we need to get you a cigarette holder and a top hat, so you look like a 1930s spiv.
Actually, I do have one of those long black cigarette holders with the white bit on the end. I do have one.
Cruella de Vil style.
well, actually, my wife has one, but you know, it's kind of.
Hold on, he needs a Virginia Slim for that, so it's a little bit longer too.
Yep. Extra slim 120s.
Well, can we all agree though? Can we all agree if we happen to be in the middle of a federal investigation, that we won't park our 4x4s in the middle of the road and then we'll just go home to our kids? Can we all agree that?
If I had kids, I would agree to that, or Dave.
In the future, though, this could be in the future, K2. You could be coming out the gym, see a
Oh,
nice
you got
sort
me,
of
you
operation.
got me.
You think,
Yes,
right, I've had
yes,
enough of
yes.
this. Yeah. When you and Grace have your first, when you've changed her. As long as you don't call the kid Ben, because that'll be a tragedy. And all it'll do is spurg out all the time and then throw beer bottles at people and kick women.
Well,
you don't want that for your kid, do you, K2?
My claim to fame is this one time I did kick Ben off my fucking channel.
Sorry, I stepped away. But you know,
I completely
in
made him
England-
spurg out as well. That's amazing. That's my claim to fame.
No.
I just asked him, why are you gay?
Why are
You know, a case in England that was definitely manslaughter that got swept underneath the rug is when the Elite Ice Hockey League, that guy that played for the Steelers, purposely went to go kick the guy that used to be a pro NHLer and then cut his throat, and nothing happened to him. Now he's playing in the ECHL.
Now I've got
Now,
to play it.
England dropped the ball on that, and I think I know why they didn't prosecute him.
Money.
And dirty woman.
Nasty.
And dirty woman.
Was he a dirty woman?
And it's amazing.
Amazing.
Kieran, we've all got a question for you, my friend.
Yeah, go on.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
I'm a product of my environment. But for K2, I'm just going to do this. Okay, hang on.
Looks like a lady, but really it's a man.
Dude looks like a
Kieran's
lady.
finally come out the closet.
Oh, no way. No. Oh, no. No, I can't watch this.
Kicked him right in the jugular.
Yeah. Fucking hockey players, man. Savages.
No, that's
Look
not
at
a
the
hockey
Emmett
player.
Deadsteller. Did you see
I
that?
know.
And no one kicked his ass. You Brits are weak.
Look at that. Look at that Emmett dead stare. Famous dead stare.
Fucking Emmett.
Fucking Emmett. I'll second that. See, we can agree upon all kinds of things around here. And I'm not even a fucking lefty. I'm a fiscal conservative.
And we all agree that Kieran is gay.
It's this one here. This one smells a wee.
You see, I have all the songs. Now,
You got all the songs.
I do. But if I'm
I like it when you played the Charles Darwin song to him the second time that he'd heard it. The first time he was like, "Oh, that's amazing, that's amazing." He was really wasted. Then the second time you played it, he couldn't remember it. He was like, "What? What is this?" Right, I'm going to go do some work, and then I got a class now. Nice talking to you, boys. Nice talking to you indeed. God bless you all. Huh? Take care of yourselves today. Be good.
Be good, Dave.
Oy vey, Dave. Oy
This one
vey.
here doesn't smell the wee.
Crikey.
You leave me alone. I can have you killed.
Hang on. What the fuck is hang on, I don't know these people. We have Lloyd McKinney, Trump 2028. Yes, based. And DKM Vasanth says Koyam Budu Runtana threatening me. What the fuck are you talking about? We have some randoms in chat.
Randos are good.
Why?
Means the algorithm's working for you, bro.
That's actually true. Fetty, how did you find my fucking channel tonight? What the fuck, bro?
I just got home late. Fuck, we finally got some snow. We're trying to build our snow parks up here at our ski resorts. I was up all night pushing snow with the cats and got home and figured I'd see who was fucking online. And first thing that came up was you.
Yeah, that's the algorithm. That's the algorithm. Like I've seen you around. Have we interacted before? I think we may have on VK.
Yeah, back in the early 20s to 30s of the VK.
No, I wasn't back there. No.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe the 50s. What's he on? He's up to in the hundreds now, 120 or something.
Yeah.
So that's a couple years. Yeah, here and there. Then you used to pop up on the Flow State program, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to as well.
Yeah. No, not OTW, but 007. Richie, he's talking to him once in a while, right?
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. Yeah, he is.
And yeah, out here on these YouTube streets. Know how to do.
Find your way down the back alleys of YouTube.
Fuck, man. Tell you what,
Here needs to play Helldivers.
the power tool sector is so much better without all you assholes over there.
What the fuck does that mean?
Power tool sector is
It
where it's
means
at.
Kieran's gay.
Power tool sector runs YouTube, bro. You guys don't even know. Woodworking sector, fuck those guys. They need power tools to even exist, bro. Fuck. It is amazing, the self-help, sector is always kind of weird because with, trying to be a self-help person, you're always going to get that criticism and that pushback, Talcott style. So.
What do you mean being like a self-help person?
Well, especially like self-help on YouTube has always been, you're just looking for criticism because everything we do as humans is a contradiction or somehow, hypocrisy or just projection, just flat out projection. Like we call people others out for what we see wrong in ourselves. Self-help is that way where really all you're attracting is more the bugs. Like you're trying to be the light, right? And when you be the light, you attract all the bugs, not just the one bug that you're looking for.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, that's a gospel thing.
Oh, my favorite used to be the fleas come with the dog.
Oh, that's yeah.
But
exactly.
if you're going to be the light, you attract the bugs. That's fucking
all of them.
I'm gonna
all of
steal
them.
that.
All and the slugs, even the slugs will come out and the
And
rats.
the boots with the fur.
Boots with the fur. Yeah, that happens too. But she's a crazy bitch, but she fucks so good I was on top of it. There we go. Yeah, I got fucking emails blowing up and shit. We got so much shit going on up here. So get this. We usually have about 12 feet of snow in the mountains right now up here. We got 3 feet. We've had record snowfall as far as daily accumulations.
Do you mind if I ask you what part of the country?
North Idaho.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear.
North
Oh,
Idaho.
North Idaho, yeah.
The whole Pacific Northwest has been fucked. We've been flooded out 3 different times this year. And
Past Boise, or if that's too much information, you don't have to answer that.
way north by Spokane.
Gotcha.
Just right out of Spokane, basically. So, like, yeah, it's fucked up. We've had a really third year in a row. This year has really been bad. We've had over 240 inches of actual snowfall, and we barely have a 31-inch base in the mountains, where we should have right now.
You know what?
at
I was
least 10 to 12 feet.
surprised how many golf courses you guys got. I went through Nampa or Boise.
Oh, yeah.
That shitload of golf courses.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got a lot of rich old white guys, so you know how they like their golf. Matter of fact, that's where I build houses, is in a private golf community up here on the lake. We just built a fucking $4 million garage. It's going on to a $20 million estate home. And there's about 60 of them up here in the complex now. And, well, you know, they get lived in about 2 or 3 months out of the year, maybe 2 or 3 weeks at the most for most of them. There's one house that so Wahlberg built this house, sold it to Adam Levine, sold it back to Adam. He sold it to fucking one of Gretzky's buddies, and then now it's owned by fucking Justin Bieber. So,
ew.
Biebs has been chilling up here for the past couple of years, you know, getting away from all that Diddy controversy. But, you know, he's probably innocent too, right, Karen? Charges don't matter, right? Testimony doesn't matter. Evidence doesn't matter, right? It's not scandalous at all either. So, anyhow.
I heard Kieran liked Diddy.
I heard he was a lotion lover. He was into that lotion, that freak out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never had any problems with the Diddy parties. They seem to be pretty mellow to me, so I think some of that's kind of half bullshit. But then again, I never partied with him in New York, so.
I think Kieran's drunk and passed out.
He ain't that drunk. Probably getting rid of a 6-pack. Fucking dropping about 6 pounds into the fucking toilet over there. I don't know. I can't even find the screen anymore, so. Is this thing even still on?
Is who what?
He's back.
Oh shit, he's back.
Oh, sorry, I'm fighting with the cat. The cat's fucking biting my arm right now. Oh, little shit. He's a little shit. No, seriously. I'll show you. Here he is. You see this little fucking retard?
Now Siamese or something? Looks like a little fucking pug dog.
I think he's I think they call him Tonkinese. Look at him. Right.
There you go.
He's one of those cats with the, like, you know how kittens start off with blue eyes and they turn green later. This guy kept his blue eyes. Little fucking
nice.
Fuck. He's a little retard. Fucking get the fuck out of here.
Got him all hopped up on the catnip.
Oh fuck. Anyway, Fatty, I think I discovered tonight that me and you aren't that far apart, actually, politically or ideologically.
I mean, really, I'm just, you know, I'm an ordained fucking minister that marries gay couples exclusively. So.
Okay, so it turns out we aren't that close together.
But politically, yeah. I mean, I'm more of a libertarian. I'll tell you what, I'm a Ross Perot voter from the Reform Party that believes, you know, and understands that both sides are corrupt as fuck. The problem is,
yeah, but I'm still stuck
on.
on.
It used to be an equal corruption, right? The scales used to be somewhat, you know, now they're just way tilted. And as a Christian, right, who really does honestly fucking truly believe in the red letter verses, I think the red letter verses are an absolute gift to fucking humanity. Right?
Yeah, just want to go back for a second. So you're an ordained minister who marries gay people.
Yep. Because love always wins, man.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it always wins.
Actually, yes, it does.
It does.
It does.
But it only does, and it never does by forfeit, right? And it only does because after it gets fucking beaten down and spit upon, does love decide to fucking fight back? Love has to be fucking love has to be broken to learn to fight for itself. Right? It's never a given, right? Evil is not just going to forfeit the game. Right? But love will get to a spot where we get complacent, right? And when we get complacent,
so hang on, bro, hang on. So what does love fighting back look like?
It's fucking messy.
When love fights back, like fights back against what?
How about authoritarianism? It ends up looking like World War II. Only we're in a different age right now. So, like,
what about when love fights back against degeneracy?
Do you believe in love after love?
So there's another belief and another knowing and another belief, right? Of degeneracy, because we see through time, no matter what, societies are always going to lean towards the more liberal, the bigger they become, right? Because you have less people to control, right? Once you have more branches and more pods, now each pod can grow upon their own means and not have to be subject to the authoritarian, right? So the founding fathers, this is something that fucking people never think about, bro. The founding fathers were Christian men.
No shit.
Our values are based on Christianity, obviously, yes.
Yeah,
but then on the other argument, we have to know, well, they were deists. They were deists, like atheists. No, guys, look. 8 different types of Christianity signed the Declaration.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was all the degenerates that left the authoritarians to come over here and be their fucking degenerate selves. Right? That's how America became itself, is from degeneracy.
Yeah, but Adams wrote that the freedoms afforded, I'm paraphrasing.
Yep.
The freedoms afforded by the American Constitution will only work by a moral society.
Yep.
So the people have to have their own morals, which is probably something like Christianity.
Sure, but Mary Dyer got fucking hung for being a different type of Christian. Okay, before the Declaration, you know how many fucking political and religious murders were happening in America?
Yeah, I get it. The whole
like
point
60 a day, bro. Christians were killing. Listen,
hang on. No, you hang on.
Christians were killing other Christians in America.
I know,
right?
and the
for
whole
being different
reason,
types of Christians.
The whole reason that the Constitution says the government will make no law about religion was to protect Christians from other Christians.
Regarding the establishment of religion, that's the foundation. That is the footing upon which the foundation is built upon. Just that fucking those 16 words, bro, took them fucking 17 years to figure out how to write.
It's pretty good, eh?
You know, because without freedom of religion, you can't have freedom from religion. And what they were dealing with was other people saying, my God trumps your God, and you don't have the right to live anymore because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking bullshit. And that's exactly the shit that I heard preached when I was growing up in fucking North Idaho, with literally the fucking world headquarters of the Aryan fucking nations, a mile and a half down the road, where we'd go hang out after fucking punk rock band shows and fucking shooting guns and hanging out smoking dirt weed. And then if you wanted to hang out for the white power fucking church shit in the evening, well, you're welcome to hang out for the white power church shit. Become a fucking straight up fucking skinhead. Walk around town fucking thugging on people, running the fucking black pastors out of our town because they're black. They're fucking preachers, okay? They're here. They have a different religion than you, yes. And the hardest thing, and this is why lefties will always be seen as hypocritical and weak on this. When I stand up for the rights of all people, I'm not pushing a gay agenda upon you. Okay, when I stand up for the rights for all people to be able to exist, as long as they're not hurting each other physically. Okay, because it used to be where the good Christians would say, you do you, boo-boo, just don't hurt people physically. Right? And if I get my fucking panties in a wad because I can't handle the way you want to dress in public, that you look gay to me and my feelings are hurt, well, that's my fucking problem. Okay, it's not my fucking obligation by any means. Would Jesus say that you are obligated to walk over to them and tell them they are a fucking degenerate? Jesus would say, love that person, pray for that person, wash their fucking feet.
He'd also say, go forth and sin no more.
Would he walk over there and make it a fucking point to do that, or would he do it in
he would, like with Mary Magdalene, he forgave her and said, now sin no more.
Then did he go around calling her out every time that he thought she might be acting suspicious?
No.
Right. So
what you're talking about,
what I'm talking about is where society's at right now, bro. Where are we at right now?
What you're talking about is morality by consent. You're saying as long as everybody involved is an adult who consents, then anything goes. Am I wrong?
Yeah, as far as it goes, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying if you have a situation where three couples want to all get together,
keys in the basket.
Yeah, they want to all fuck each other. They're all adults, doing no harm to anybody. It's all consensual. You're saying that's moral.
I'm saying what they choose to do is up to them. And my morals can be my morals and how I want to live, right?
Sure.
But I don't have to go over there and tell them what my morals are. And for the first place, why am I worried about what other people are doing in their fucking bedrooms in the first place? That is fucking weird.
Because what other people do creates the society your children grow up in.
Yes, it does. So let's go into that. Would it be better off to let your kids know that there's lots of different types of people and they love lots of different types of things? And this is what we and our family hold our values to. Right? That's a plan for society, right? So if everybody did that rather than getting all up in each other's shit about stupid shit that doesn't really affect us. Like, what does a gay couple living next door have to do with anything?
Okay, so let's imagine hypothetically, I don't know your family situation, so hypothetically,
I've raised 3 kids on my own.
Don't worry about it. I'm being hypothetical.
Yeah.
You've got a 17-year-old daughter, and you ask her, what are your plans for like getting a job and, you know, making a place in the world? And she says, Dad, I'm thinking about doing an OnlyFans.
At 17, right?
But she's coming up to 18. And she says, when I'm 18, my big plan is I'm going to start an OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
What do you say?
See, you're fucking crazy.
You see, you're making a moral judgment. You're making
Pornhub Live and Bang Bros Live pays a lot more.
Bro, what are you going to say? Hey, listen, love, join the Bang Bus. Then you'll make bank.
Tell you what, I mean, it's a double of what you're going to make on OF. I mean, it's
no, but
the numbers are there. Like, do the market research, babe. I would sit down. We would do the market research together. We would deep dive on that shit too. We'd find out like everything we could know about the company and like the people that own it and all their scandals that they've had with their families and otherwise financially. And if they've ever been accused of fucking rape and sexual deviancy, right? And then I wouldn't do fucking business with them because they were affiliated with a person like that.
So that's why I don't do business with Amazon and Walmart.
The owner of the company never paid his fucking
But no,
his
Freddie,
corporate
Freddie, hang on,
contractors,
hang on.
right? And
Freddie,
then
Freddie.
he
No,
cheated
hang
on his
calm down.
fucking
Stop,
wife,
stop.
who was pregnant with a hooker,
Stop.
bro. Right? And then he paid the
Stop,
hooker to
Freddie.
keep her mouth shut. You know what I would do is I wouldn't do business with that company.
Freddie, if you found a business that you felt was managing OnlyFans girls ethically, would you encourage your daughter to pursue her dreams to have an OnlyFans page?
Wasn't Speakeasy hosting and doing a management for those gals too? I would trust him. I would trust Easy for sure, bro. I think he'd be a great fucking manager.
Can you hear yourself? The answer is no. The answer is no, dickhead.
No, the thing is that we can agree that the answer is no. Okay, but for a loaded fucking question like that, you know who's going to answer a question like that honestly? No one.
I will.
You know what I would have done? I would have made sure that she didn't come into that situation in the first place. Right? That we
So the
wouldn't be
answer's
in that
no.
place in the
So
first
the
place.
answer's no.
That's the ultimate fucking answer, right? It's the only answer that's acceptable to this. Let me ask you this. What is an acceptable number for body count? Right? Because it's body count thing, okay. So you got all these, you got your number, right? I'll tell you the only fucking number that matters, right, is you are the best. That's the only answer that counts in that fucking question of what's your body count. You are the best. That's the only acceptable answer.
No, it's 0.
That's an opinion thing, okay? That's all subjective.
So is yours.
As long as you don't ask that question and you can trust your fucking partner, okay, and you know that before you get into a sexual relationship that you would want to have, like, one night stands, sure. You're probably not going to just do a keys in the basket move with people you don't fucking know. It's swingers don't work that way. So, like, we have to think about realistic hypotheticals here.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
That's the best answer.
Yeah, for 99.9% of the time, yeah. But, that's the whole thing with all this bullshit, this societal fucking norming of everything. There's always an exception to the rule. And usually there's big exceptions to the rule. And we're all just caught in our own fucking echo chambers. Stuck on some hypnotistic fucking bullshit that our brain has been fucking trained to do. I'm like, just think of this. I'm going to say a word. And tell me how you say leftist. Lefty.
Gay.
Lefty.
Gay.
How do you feel right now?
What do you mean? You said
Like
the
when,
word.
yeah. Like,
What do you
don't feel
want?
like a little bit triggered at all, or nothing. Like just just like a thought doesn't come into your head, like fucking goddamn fucking communist fucking cocksucking fucking queers, whatever you guys think. I don't know.
Well, I get called a communist all the time.
Blowjobs right now, so like I don't know. When you think about blowjobs, right? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, think about.
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I'd like you to say it.
You know exactly what I'm saying.
I literally don't.
Why would anybody in their right mind defend or say anything upon the lines of, yes, I would support my daughter being a sex worker?
Would you?
Not when she was 17. Absolutely fucking not. And that was the criteria of your question.
No, I said when she turns 18. She was setting it up. So, okay.
Not at 18, no. Not at that point, no. Definitely not.
Why not?
I don't think that's a very safe environment to be. I would advocate for the unionization of all sex workers and say unionize the hoes.
Okay, brother. If your daughter who's 19.
Yeah, no, probably not. I'd say maybe if she was in her mid 30s, and I didn't know her for like, the previous, whatever it would have been, like if she's in her mid 30s, so like probably the past, 20 years.
Oh, that's why I get called a commie, because I'm pro union.
Oh, dude, I mean, unionize the hose. Give me a break. Unions are clean, right? You could fucking get everything tested. You could be in secure facilities. You could be, putting all this money we divest into fucking persecuting these people to like helping them and getting them mental health care and getting them out of that system and getting it to where the Johns don't have a system on the alleyways where women can advocate for themselves and have a shelter to live in and not have to fucking turn tricks to live behind a dumpster and shit. Yeah, that'd be fucking great. But society doesn't do that.
Those women could go and get a fucking job at McDonald's.
Could they? You know how many people are fucking applying at McDonald's, bro? They pay really good. Like you got to be somebody to get a job these days. Okay. We're not hiring every fucking Joe Blow off the fucking street. In case you haven't heard, we have record low unemployment, bro. Biden left office. We were in a serious need for labor. And now we've got millions of fucking people sitting around doing fucking jack shit all again. More people right now in America sitting around unemployed than during fucking COVID.
So, boys.
Oh, that's when I was making money.
Grumple sent me a thing. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can make this work. Oh, really? It's on X? Grumple, I'm going to
Republic Services is hiring in Texas. Just FYI, people. If you got a CDL.
Just going to back up.
They just got a pay raise with their new
Hang on,
union
boys.
contract.
Hang on, boys. Going to back up my boy Grumple. He sent me a thing. I haven't previewed it, so we're going to do a live reaction. Okay.
Nice.
We'll see what happens. Grumple, if you bring my stream down, I fucking hate you. Hang on. Is this the one? Nope. Hang on. Trying to figure it out. Oh, I think it's this one. Okay, we're going to watch this, and Grumple, it better not be. Okay, he said things are blurred. Okay, we'll see.
Go ahead and stand up. You're under arrest. Come on, how about go home?
Can I at least get some dignity with the?
No, you can stand up.
My
pull your pants up. Hey, with shit diaper. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and take your diaper off and put a fresh one on. Seriously? Take it off. Put a fresh one on.
What the fuck, Grumple?
Shit, officer. Please give these officers a raise. West Frank,
This is-
please. Holy shit. Literally.
I cannot fit into this. It's physically too small.
I'm disgusted out. I am leaving now.
Yeah,
Kieran.
You got something put on. Put your pants on. I mean, seriously.
Don't blame me. Blame Grumple. This is his idea.
When you played it.
Well, I trusted my boy to see what happens. Okay.
That's an excuse, Kieran.
I'm
Like
having a
Letterkenny or some
fucking
shit.
emotional breakdown. Please. You know what? You're gonna get cuffed and you're gonna walk out without pants if you don't put your pants on right now.
I never wanted to be this way.
Okay. Put your pants on now.
I'm disgusted.
What to say? Grumple.
I'm leaving, Kieran. That you fucking made me want to throw up. Excuse me, I gotta go.
For the win. W's in the chat for Grumps. Mm-hmm.
Grumple, you asshole, and K2, you poofter.
That's some good shit right there. I don't see shit like that too often. Tell you what.
Well, this is the path you go down when you accept degeneracy. It's like it is a. People speak about the slippery slope fallacy.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not a fallacy.
No,
there's a slippery slope, and once you open the door, fucking, this is where you end up. This fucking retard here.
YouTube screeds. Fuck. Yeah. Fucking YouTube screeds will fucking chew you up, fucking spit you out for breakfast.
Yep, Grumple, the slippery slope is not a fallacy. No, it's a fact. The slippery slope is a fact. People who say the slippery slope is a fallacy are people who How do I put it?
Overanalyze?
No, they're liars. They're liars.
Well, but do they know they're lying is the problem.
Well, if you lie to yourself, at some point you don't realize you're lying.
So how are they actively engaging in telling a lie if they think it's something that's true and wholeheartedly coming from their worldview? You know, worldview is actually a term that's been used over time to divide people. Like strategically. Strategically, it's been placed into society so that people will like pick a team.
Good.
Yeah, fucking great, right? So then we end up with us versus them.
Yes.
Right? Rather than a group of people that are working in a community to better an entire community, we have an us versus them community.
So do you
Great
think
fucking idea.
So do you think this guy, the diaper guy, we should accept him into our community?
What guy? What are you talking about?
The video I just showed, the bloke with the diaper. Should we accept him? Should we have a broad tent and accept him into our community?
For wanting to sit inside of his own house with his pants off?
It wasn't his house.
What was it?
It's one of those predator sting things.
Well, that's not cool.
Yeah, no shit. So should we accept him into our big tent?
Not after he's been fucking busted. No, he should be
Or
in
should we
fucking
judge
goddamn.
him? Should we judge him and draw a line and say you're out?
Yeah, you get to go to jail. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you see.
But how do you just kick somebody like that out of society before they commit the act that they get caught doing? So now we're going to go to cognitive and we're going to go to pre-assumed rather than reasonable, articulable. Oh, suspicion. So now suspicion is a crime and we can turn our neighbors in for being suspicious. Great fucking idea.
I'm pretty sure if a grown ass man is wearing a diaper in a 14-year-old girl's house,
yeah, he should go to fucking jail.
We can assume.
How do we
yes,
stop that
we
guy
can
before
assume.
he acts? How do we stop the guy before he makes that fucking thing that he gets caught doing?
Don't
Yes,
care.
yes, we
Don't even
lock
care.
the criminal up. Yes, we agree.
Don't care.
We lock fucking dumb motherfuckers like that up. Yes, we do. How do we catch them before they do that? We have a well-funded fucking FBI, right? We have a well-funded CIA. We have well-funded fucking legal wiretapping when we suspect people of doing things, right? Or do we have the Patriot Act where the fucking government just gets to surveil everybody and you just get to comply? Just fucking comply and everything will be all right. Right? Just
No,
lick the
fuck-
boot before it's presented to you, right?
No, fuck the government.
Exactly.
It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, and what's cultural shit? It's cultish, right? These
No.
little sects, these
No.
little sects, these
No.
little sections of people, those are cults, bro. Right? That's what culture, that's where culture comes from.
Yeah, I think you being a ordained
It's
minister,
Latin, dude. It's fucking Latin.
I think you being an ordained minister makes you a cult leader.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you see what's up.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, everything comes with a fucking sense of irony because we're all hypocritical of what you would say one should do and what others should not do. But we're more eager to say what other people shouldn't do. Right? When we're preaching from the pulpit, we want to be preaching from what should we be doing to emulate the footsteps of Christ. To emulate the fucking red letter verses. Not to go into the old fucking fire and damnation and start judging each other upon the creation story, of which Jesus did refer to, but not in a way to condemn others. Not in a way to fucking say, don't fucking welcome the stranger, right? Who his parents were fucking illegal immigrants, who he referred to in the Bible as fucking strangers and immigrants. Welcome them to your fucking place, right? Let them bring with them their offerings. Don't judge them upon their fucking looks and their otherisms. But no. Fucking wide open borders. Fucking motherfuckers trying to come and take the land that my fucking grandpa stole from some other fucking nigger or some fucking Indian fuck. Bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. That's cope bullshit. That's the shit that I heard preached at the fucking goddamn skinhead church. And the exact same fucking sentiment that's going around the world right now came right out of that fucking church, and dumb motherfuckers can't even fucking see it. Tainting of the blood, right? Vermin, fucking vermin. You know how far back the word vermin goes? And why people use that fucking specific word and phrases like tainting the blood? And we're to assume that we are all the leftovers of Noah and his family, right? Noah and his wife and his 3 sons and his 2 daughters. We are all the descendants of that. That's what we are. We are the descendants of degeneracy. Your God watches you masturbate so that he can judge you upon how hard you go on yourself as how much punishment you're going to get. Your God is a fucking sadist, fucking pervert. And it's fucking gross, dude. It's really gross. You shouldn't push that shit on other people. Just like nobody should. The government shall have no establishment of religion for a fucking reason. Because the founders knew that they were Christian men, that their ideals, their philosophies, their thoughts, their fucking convictions would go into the laws that they make for all of society to be better. And it won't be based on the Lutheran God, the Quaker God, the fucking 7 different types of fucking Christians that were there at the time, killing each other because there were different types of Christians, just like the Christofascism that they left in Europe. An absolute authoritarian saying, you will do it this fucking way or you will die. Where's America at right now? Where's the whole fucking world getting to right now with this nationalism bullshit? Tribalism. The fucking divide and conquer bullshit. That's exactly
bro,
what fucking
bro,
Jesus fought against, bro.
you've been talking for 10 fucking minutes. What's wrong with nationalism?
Tribalism. It's a
What's
fucking,
wrong? You said nationalism. What's wrong with nationalism?
Nationalism is tribalism. It's a way that leaders use to fucking get their people, their fucking pawns, to divide themselves, to label themselves as one thing and the other side as fucking evil. It's
Do you believe in
in the book. It's the
do you
oldest game in
believe
the book.
in-
Label
do
the
you
other side as evil, and you got at least half of the base that you're going for on your side because they believe in that bullshit of evil.
Do you believe in good and evil?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how it's used and manipulated by the powers that would be. I mean, this is simple conspiracy sure shit. This is like, if you don't know how the churches use religion against their own constituents, like, what are we even talking about? Because that's what religions do. That's why religions exist. All of them. 4,000 something fucking worship gods on earth right now. Right now. In our fucking time. 4,000 gods are being worshipped right at this second, at this moment. Continuously. All day long. What's the difference between all of us? You pick one, right? And you pick one. What's the difference between us? Is it 3,997? Is that's the difference between us picking 3 different gods? Or is it just one? Because the answer is, bro, is it's one. It's one choice. To see people as the other. To be so fucking prejudiced and bigoted that we think that we can just be like, fuck everybody else and fuck their fucking feelings, but my feelings fucking mean more than everybody else's feelings. Because that's what it is. When you're telling other people, fuck your feelings, my feelings are more important than your feelings, that's what you're saying. My God trumps your God. My morals and ethics and values trump your fucking morals and bullshit. And you shouldn't even fucking exist. And you're gonna burn in hell. No, dude. No. That was not how Jesus acted. That has nothing to do with what Jesus would proclaim for a person to be, for a person to aspire to be.
I'm pretty sure he
that would not be the person, and that's how people are.
Bro, stop. I'm pretty sure Jesus said at one point, I have come not to unite, but to divide, to separate the wheat from the chaff.
And what was he quoting when he said that?
That was his own words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. You know, 2/3 of the things that are actually like the red letter verses are him quoting upon things from the Old Testament.
Sure.
Like examining those verses.
I think you're struggling with the idea of discernment.
When he said that, okay, he was talking about the Old Testament fucking when the Father came down to, so he was quoting his father in ancient time is what that quote's all about. That when his Father comes back, that when God comes back, right?
Can we agree
that he's here? He was here at the time. He expanded upon that to say, I'm here to unite people, right? So that when he does come back, right, that we can show that we are a united force, that we are
he said, I've come not to unite.
He was quoting his father from the
I've come to divide. I've come to divide.
He was quoting his father's so-called verse from the Old Testament. So he was expanding upon when his father comes back and says this, and we take that little snippet of that verse where he says this, and we don't really like explain how like he was talking about what his dad was saying from the Old Testament, and then he said what his dad said.
No, you can't say dad. That's disrespectful.
It's his father.
Yeah. Yeah.
God is Jesus's father, right? He's all of our father.
Yeah, but you can't say dad. That's like disrespectful.
Again, perspective and fucking subjectivism. Okay, that's subject to fucking whatever. I fucking scream in Jesus's face every fucking morning just to prove that he fucking still exists. Does that make me a bad Christian? Does that mean my Christianity doesn't get a fit with anybody else's or yours? Would Christ not allow me to fucking come fucking kiss his fucking feet upon my death and beg for mercy, knowing that he is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the one true and devout fucking man to God the Father? Yeah, you don't think he would accept me or anybody else for the life choices that we made? Or the fact that like we really fucking tried and we struggled to like get rid of our addictions and our demons even. Right? But we still struggled up to the day of our death. Are we still not accepted? If we know he's the one, right? Through him, all things are made, you know, that whole thing. Like, you have to go to him to get to God. Once you accept Jesus in your heart, all sins are forgiven. You don't think other people are righted that right to be able to have their sins forgiven? Yeah, they're fucking weirdos. They do weird shit that I don't agree with. I get weirded out when I see the punk rock skater dudes making out at the skate park. I really do. It fucking freaks me out. Do I walk over there and be like, "You fucking fag queers? What the fuck, bro?" No, I don't. Because that would be like being an asshole, right? But doing that, you know, all day online, that it's cool for some people. Andrew makes a fucking living at it. It's fucking weak shit. The strongest men in society, you know what they do? They stand up for everybody in society. No matter how they want to fucking live, as long as they're not hurting somebody else physically. They're not doing something that's going to hurt somebody physically. They're in it for the game. They're here to win. You think they're pushing back because you're pushing at them. They think you're pushing back because they're pushing at you. It's all a fucking tactic. It's a bunch of bullshit. Fucking snap out of it. There's only one way that fucking humanity fucking grows and learns and expands upon our fucking humanhood is being united. When we decide to fucking divide ourselves because some rich motherfuckers want to get richer, we're fucking playing into the game. Yeah, I'll fucking defend the left because what the fuck ever. This is life, motherfucker. If you don't like what somebody else is doing, get out of your feelings. Why are you up all in your feelings about what other people are doing? Yeah, am I up all in my feelings right now about what other people are doing? Yes, I am. That's life, right? If you can recognize that at least that's the fucking pattern that we're all in, then we can choose not to be a part of that pattern. This is all divide and conquer bullshit. All engineered for us to be at each other's fucking throats. And it's working. And they're fucking taking and they're fucking looting everything worldwide. Fucking markets are crashing. Money's disappearing into fucking personal bank accounts. Yeah? And it ain't the fucking lefties that are fucking doing it. It ain't the fucking stoned out fucking hippies. It's the rich fucking conservatives. If you think a billionaire's coming to save you and your fucking job, get a fucking clue, slave. This shit's not this hard. It's not this hard to fucking see it. You just can't be a fucking sycophantic fucking cult member who can't even call out your own team because it's such a team fucking mentality. Us versus them. Well, if they don't agree with me, well then fuck them. They shouldn't even be alive. Yeah? That's humanity for us now. That's where we're at. That's literally where we're fucking at. Oh, you fucking insulted my ego because you fucking said you loved me when you were blocking the street. And I gotta show my manhood and shoot you in the fucking face 3 times. That's where we're at in humanity. This is where we're at. Some weak shit, dude. Real men stand up for fucking everybody. Especially the fucking ones that would be seen as weak or beaten down. That need help with their addictions. That need help with their fucking degeneracies. Are too ashamed to fucking ask for help. But we're too fucking proud to even give it to them. But we'll throw them some change and then we'll demand respect. You will give me the honor that I'm deserved for helping those fucking homeless people. You know Jesus was born on Y2K, don't you? Mexico City. Right at stroke of midnight, Y2K. Yeah. He's stuck down at the fucking border. He's down by the river washing people's feet and teaching them how to fish, teaching them how to break bread and stuff, and like, you know, how to have a nice little society at camp. He's not running around telling people what the fuck they can and cannot do in their own fucking bedrooms, worrying about stupid shit like men having each other's blowjobs all day long so that they can call each other fag whenever they want to. That's fucking high school stupid fucking immature shit. It's just immature fucking weak man shit. When did it become cool to fucking do that again? Because that shit went out of fucking being cool a long time ago. We want our kids running around fucking emulating this shit? Is that what we want? We're good. So we act, right? And our kids see us acting and they don't want to be us. That's the way every generation fucking shifts and changes from conservative to fucking liberal, right? Because the liberal kids never want to be fucking like their parents. And the fucking hippie kids never want to be like their parents. And the fucking goddamn rich kids always want to be free and wild and not tied down by fucking money. Responsibilities and culture status. Fucking culture war bullshit. We're all here on earth for one fucking reason, and that's to love each other. That's the only fucking criteria Jesus put on anything, is that we love each other. That we do right by each other. That we hold each other up. Right? We pick each other up. That we feed each other. We house each other. We clothe each other. And we treat each other with respect. If you think it's disrespectful because somebody wants to live their life the way they want to live it, then get a different fucking interpretation of respect. Am I wrong?
Yes.
I figured you'd say that. You fucking cocksucker. Sitting over there thinking about fucking blowjobs the whole time. I'm on my fucking high horse and my fucking soapbox at the same time. Fuck.
Okay, Fatty. I've got to go. The wife's been on my back for the last half hour saying, Kieran, wrap it up, wrap it up. And I said, no.
That was your kitty.
Let Fatty fuck.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing if I didn't fucking love you. How about that? You're muted.
I know. It's been great having you on.
For real, though. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
nothing if I didn't love you.
Nah, correct. Don't be gay. Don't
Yeah.
make it gay.
Come on, see what I'm saying? Fuck. Can't a guy just tell another guy that he fucking loves his ass? I don't fucking like you. You're a fucking son of a bitch. Hope you stub your fucking toe on the way to bed.
Well, I can say I appreciate you. I'll say appreciate. But love, that's a little bit too fucking strong.
That's all Jesus wanted us to do, bro, is to love each other. So I'm more godly than you are. Peace out.
I agree. Well done. Oh, you fucking left. You fucking retard. All right, fellas. We got three watching. If one of the mods would like to link to Teriax, do a little fucking 2-person ghetto raid, I won't be there. I'm going to bed. The wife's been giving me a hard time going, get off. Charles, really? Charles, you come in too late. We're about to leave. Really, Charles? Oh, fucking hell.
I've seen lots of people, some that you can't even talk to. People walking around with no pants on. Charles Darwin was one of them. He was a retard, and he was a woman. He said, shh, like a woman, like a woman. He said, shoo, like a woman, like a woman. He was a retard, and he was a woman. He said, shh, like a woman, like a woman. I've seen lots of people, some that you can't even talk to. People walking around.
Well, Charles, if I don't have a schedule, so if you, Charles, get a fucking Discord, or at least join my Discord. Oh, can I do a link to my Discord? No, I can't do it right now. I would love to. So you get announcements, but Charles, Grumple. I still want to know where he was ordained. He was ordained in the Church of St. Baptist of the Epistles. Life, it seems, is not without a bit of irony. Fatty, you've been good faith. I do love you, brother. Thanks for coming up. By the way, I didn't say that. But me and Fatty both agree. Love will conquer all. Love will conquer all. All right, so you have links to Teriax. Go over there. Tell him Kieran sent you. Call him a retard. And on that note, I have 6 party pies with tomato sauce to go and eat for my dinner. Fucking based. Fucking based. Charles, true. All right, dickheads, I'm going to go and eat and then fall into bed. Thank you all for hanging around. And Fatty, we'll talk some more. We will talk some more. Charles Darwin, you see, you always come through. You always come through with the best closing comment. Take care, people. Yes, take care of yourselves. Take care of yours. God bless. Love you all. Good night.